But the thing is, though, is I don't know if you read the thing. You gotta you can't just have the water. The water still has to literally be boiling when it hits the tea leaves. So you have to swirl the water around in the pot or whatever before you pour it, and make sure the pot is hot. So that way it doesn't cool the water as it hits the leaves.
Conducts it too quickly, you see. So yeah.
So I was reading that the thing I'm most guilty of when it comes to the tea leaves, the tea issue that I saw in that thing was I am not very careful about steeping times. So I'll do the fucking boiling water right onto the leaves, or right onto the tea bag or whatever it might be, or deep tea ball. But then I'm fucking forget about it, and then 10 minutes later go by. You know what I mean? It's really bitter and stuff.
So you're gonna get extra tannins from that. But what you'll do is you'll get an oil on the top, like Italian oil. But what we do is we then we have a separate glass, not a water, like a little poury thing of water. So we only pour then from the teapot into the teacup how much we would like. We observe the strength and then top it up with water to reduce it if it's a bit much. But really, some people will argue with you that pouring boiling hot water onto tea actually scalds the tea and ruins it for certain teas.
I've heard that.
Yeah. So when you're talking about doing that method, it's purely for the English black breakfast tea.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that burning of the tea comes from coffee, because you're not supposed to add boiling water to coffee. 80 degrees Celsius is around the perfect temperature to add water to coffee.
As Luke knows, when you get to my house, that's it. The tea begins. Anyway, enough tea.
Yeah, well, interestingly, a local coffee brewer here that's very big company, or locally, called Perk, the owner advocates for the hottest, boilingest water you can to pour on the coffee. So who knows?
That is a man who hates himself.
Yeah, I find that burns the coffee and then it tastes like poop. So
the hotter the water, the more acid you pull out of the bean. So the more acidic the coffee is.
Well,
that's why hot water.
So he likes his coffee bitter like his soul.
Yeah,
I don't know him
automated
personally.
Percolators boil water through bubble boiling technologies, and
so what you've done now with the tea,
warm water.
We've had wars over tea. Let's get off this.
All right, coffee and tea hour is done here on the episode of session 23 of the Temple of Elemental Evil. And people should like and subscribe, because I keep forgetting to say that till the very end, and nobody's fucking listening to this to the very end. Come on now, let's be real. I mean, I did,
but I mean, I'm not going to
subscribe there at the very end.
I listened just because I needed to catch up with everything. So let's set the scene here, because you're in a really interesting circumstance right now. So you'd basically taken you and your companions had taken this secret passageway from the single remaining tower above ground outside of the Temple of Elemental Evil, the secret passageway down, where you found a room where there was a number of particular items sort of stored about. There was a cloak hanging on a hook, there was a bow and some arrows, there were a couple of various different coffers, and you sort of looted all of that stuff. Continued on and found a more natural cavern with two exits. One that was clear, but one that was hidden behind a movable rock, sort of a sliding stone mechanism that Greyash and Tuctrin both sort of discovered simultaneously. Greyash discovering the secret portal itself, and Tuctrin discovering the way that the mechanism worked to easily open it. And you continue down that passageway, and Tarkus was able to sort of deduce that based on the way that the passageway went, in combination with a little bit of help from Tuctrin and his dwarven knowledge of the underground, was that this was likely moving you to be underneath the Temple of Elemental Evil, these passageways. So you eventually continued on and found a progressively refined style of caving, and ultimately emerged into a fully finished dungeon interior area about 10 feet wide that curved along that sort of curved to the south and turned to the south, and you sort of explored ahead, and JB, or I guess it was Tuctrin actually, Tuctrin and I believe Roland saw this skittering lizard-like creature, a fearsome and terrifying basilisk, capable of turning those to stone. And in fact, Tuctrin was affected by its gaze. Ultimately, you learn that it was an illusion, but not before sort of combat ensued. Basically, you discovered that around the corner was a 20 by 20 foot room, at the end of which was a basin which kind of ignited in flame and then sent these trailing flames as well along the ceiling's edge, sort of like in these long rails, I guess you might say, illuminating the room. And as you were kind of dealing with the fake basilisk, a figure moved out from within, appeared essentially hidden, and attempted to essentially assassinate one of your party members. You were able to sort of fight this being off, in many thanks to Greyash's casting of glitter dust and some incredibly lucky rolling on your part. And eventually you killed the creature, which was a figure that once it fell to the ground, you noticed, and once it turned visible once more and the glitter dust sort of weared away, that it was an elf. And you looted the body. Greyash put on a ring and discovered that it was a ring of spell storing and that can hold 5 invisibilities. There are 3 remaining invisibilities on the ring, and he knew that as soon as he put the ring on his finger. I should also mention that previously, Roland had taken a jeweled, he called it an Elvis belt. A jeweled Elvis belt, this very expensive, I think 3,000 gold piece, like I imagine professional wrestling style, like jeweled belt that he's got on. And right now, with the being that's lying on the ground sort of at your feet, in 2 pieces, I might add, the legs, the chopped body, the legs in one place, the upper body in another place, blood strewn between them, and guts and such. Nearby its hands is a short sword. It's wearing leather. She is wearing leather armor. There's a shield sort of lying there. They're all of obviously excellent quality, and you are all in the room. And I'm gonna have everybody do something for me, but again, there was a 10-foot wide passageway that continued on, and to the left of the passageway was this room. You might even call it kind of like an alcove off of this hallway. The alcove again was 20 by 20 feet. There was 20 by 20 feet, and there was a door to the north and to the south within that alcove. The door to the north is actually slightly ajar, and you can see some footprints in the last remnants of the glitter dust. That was obviously where the being came from. There's also a door to the south. You could have continued, however, down the hallway from where you were kind of emerging into this room, but it appeared to be a dead end about 20 feet further down the hallway past this room. So that's where you stand now. It's very, very quite hot, actually, as you're in this chamber that's lit aflame. You're also aware of there's 2 unseen servants in the room that were revealed by Greyash's spell as well, that are just standing motionless, sort of these humanoid blobs type forms, standing at the corners of the entrance to the alcove. They seem like, they're not threats. So maybe everybody can just describe to me where you are in the room before I'm going to have you do something. Just tell me where you are in the room. We'll start with you, Greyash, because you're the closest one on my screen here. David, where's Greyash standing?
You muted, Grash.
Yeah, I think I'm like just by here. I think I moved forward enough just to be able to see them. I can't remember if I actually did anything, but I know I would have gone to there at least. So just in the hallway.
In the hallway there, but far enough up that you can see them. What about Tuctrin?
Oh yeah, I would have looked at the body. I forgot.
So
Yeah.
I am going to be, or what would make sense is because we came in from the B side, right?
Let me look at the map here. Problem is here that I've got different things here. Yeah, no, you came in from the A side, from the opposite side, like opposite. You came up from the north and came down south. So you were moving towards B. Okay, so I would be like basically on the letter B, more or less, where it's at, where I can see the hallway, but I can still kind of keep an eye on these two doors behind us, in the hallway to the left. You know, trying to take a sentry position. Absolutely. All right. And what about, let's see who's next on my list. What about JB?
I believe JB was about to check out that door that was cracked open.
Okay. And then Roland, Chris, what's Roland up to?
Just looking at the map. Oh, I can't get to zoom in. Is the corridor there? Okay. I'll pick up Rob, I'll pick up the short sword.
You pick up the short sword. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you're near the body. And actually, David, you mentioned it at the very end of what you were describing, but you would be a little bit in the room, obviously, too, because you grabbed the ring off the body. And what about Luke? What is Tarkus doing?
Tarkus would be stood around waiting for everybody to finish what they're doing, as there's some loot goblins here. And I'm just waiting to move forward to whichever way the fighters want to go and follow them through.
Okay, sounds great. All right, so everybody make a, well, let's see here. Grayash, everybody probably, but to, I don't know, Tuctrin and Tarkus make a perception check at -4. Everybody else make it at normal.
Right.
I failed. I rolled a 5.
That one channel.
Yeah.
I've got 15 perception. Hang on, with dice.
I thought you had to roll low. Is your perception that bad?
18. Fuck.
Oh, that's right. We would roll under. Why am I thinking I wanted to roll over? Hold on. I'm switching games in my mind. Switching game systems in my mind.
Yeah, you did great, dude. You did good.
No, I know. I went the wrong way with the negative, so I failed anyway.
20, Grayash. So who made it?
That's a pass.
See everything.
This is the only time you don't want that 20.
Okay,
See everything.
so for those of you who succeeded in your perception check, you know, as like the body that's on the ground, you know, it's torn up, like I mentioned, but as the body's sort of sitting there, and you know, like Roland grabs the sword, and you're kind of like moving the body around and stuff. You notice that, like, you know, there's like a little bit of like paint coming off in your hands, and like it's you know, there's like you notice that like there's some shading with like some darker skin tones and some lighter skin tones, and it becomes clear to you, it looks to you that the creature, that's the thing that's lying on the ground, is actually disguised, and there's been some smudges and such to make so it looks like an elven woman, but there appears to be a disguise.
But I don't see that. Okay.
No, only if you made the perception.
I failed.
So I actually have disguise as a proficiency. Would that give me any sort of advantage to know what to look for?
Did you fail your check?
No, I made the check, but I don't know if that gives us any more information than what we have. Just curious.
I mean, it doesn't give you any additional information, but I mean, yeah, it's clear that there's like a disguise, and you can see like, oh wait, there's a wig, and like, you know, you see this like paint that's like lightening the skin, but you'd have to kind of like fuck with that stuff if you want to know like what they're disguised as.
Okay.
or like not what they're disguised as. They're disguised as an elf, but what they are disguising themselves.
Let's see who you
as an
really
elf.
are, Mister.
Yeah, pull off the mask.
I bet it's a fucking Romulan.
It's old man Jenkins.
It's always a Romulan.
Jenkins.
And I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for your rascally kids. Yeah. So the body's like lying there.
I think he's de-wigging it, Rob. Didn't he say he was de-wigging it?
Oh, you're pulling it off the stuff, JB?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
So you start pulling stuff off, and you can see that in fact the thing was not an elf at all, but actually a half orc. A fake set of fake teeth that make it, you can see there's like some, or you're hiding like some kind of like a couple of like tusky fangs.
Wow.
And like the skin is like this darker mottled, like brownish gray.
So it's the opposite of Roland. It's a half orc that thinks it's not a half orc.
Right. You also
And if they're
find
passing for an elf,
a
this
set
half-orc
of
is definitely anorexic.
a set of earrings. Is this where we found the jeweled belt? No, it was before, right?
No, this is where we found the jewel belt.
Okay, all right. So this is where the jeweled belt is. Did I already tell you? Did I already tell you about the earrings? Then I must have, right? All right. Well, you found some earrings as well.
Yeah, I don't remember earrings. I remember the belt.
Either.
I don't remember earrings.
I would suggest obvious, but I think that you find the earrings when you're doing the search. Like, maybe like JB's pulling off the wig and see some earrings.
May I make a suggestion, fellow adventurers? What with the loot being what it is, and division being a thing of importance, and sharing and such silly things, I suggest we give the majority of the loot to the slowest person. And I look at the dwarf. But then we almost got his back if he carries the loot, and he's an honourable man. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's with gold. You give gold to the oldest and slowest person so they can't fuck off. But also because then you'll back that person up. You won't let them fucking die or get left behind. And I say we stick everything in this Hessian sack. And then maybe the mage, Greyhawk, has weavings and things he can look upon it later. The items as such. Well, that's what my old group used to do. I don't know how you do it here.
Yeah, we leave identification for a safe place. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, so whatever moves us along. We shouldn't wait too long in this area.
I agree. Loot the fuck, Rob, out of everything. Loot. Just stick it all in the fucking bag. Loot.
Everything get in the bin.
Okay. So yeah, you throw all that stuff in. I mean, it's really just the earrings, the jeweled belt, and she has 7 gold pieces and 12 electrum pieces.
But didn't we have like a coffer with gold in and stuff and shit like that?
I mean, you haven't, not here. You haven't searched in that.
We buried it, didn't we?
Yeah, there's another. You found a coffer and all that other stuff in that other room.
Sorry, I mean
out into the other room and buried it.
Sorry, I fell into that 90s K hole earlier and forgot that bit.
Yeah, the K hole. I forgot.
Oh god.
Okay.
As long as nobody tries to take away my cloak of maybe invisibility.
No, it's definitely best suited to you, innit, bro? Fucking hell, we want you to be the assassin madman. Then we've found out you've got disguise as well. It's even fucking worse. Like, you're the worst fucking nightmare for them, aren't you? Because you can disguise, use your cloak, go in, shank people and stuff. Brilliant. Good for us.
Like them.
I mean, we need to front. I'll stand in the front and just get fucking chopped. It's great. We're a great team. I say, yes, we're doing well. Pat myself on the back.
I definitely enjoy the part where I can kill things unseen.
Anything else then? Anything else?
Not in that room. There's a slightly open door up to the north, and the door to the south is closed. And you know what's interesting though too is, like, of course, like, even as you guys are doing this, the basilisk is like still, it's a permanent illusion, so it's like running around.
Wow. Oh yeah, still
like Yeah, like you can't kill it. So it's like it's just running around, like nipping at you, and like you all know it's fake, but you can still see it.
We should check the doors in this room before we move forward.
Yeah. So, what'd you like to do?
Check the door to the north.
Yeah.
All right.
Back him
how
up.
are you checking that door?
Well, it looks
It's slightly open already, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If it
Like
opens,
it's opened enough that somebody could slip through it, but like like not fully open.
I'm gonna check the area for traps, and then I'll slip through it while wearing my cloak.
Good idea.
Try to get a read of the thing. However,
you're gonna put up the hood on the cloak then?
I'm gonna put up the hood on the cloak.
Okay.
However, I'm going to try to, after I check for traps and make sure that nothing's going to kill me or lop off my head, I'm going to stick my head in first, and if I see other people in there, I'm going to not go all the way in and let my friend know that we have to kill something else.
Seems good.
All right, so let's see here. See what the cloak does to you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you put on the cloak, you put the hood up, and like you don't go invisible, but you go very well hidden. The rest of you, like, you can only barely see them. It's almost like a predator type cloak.
Yeah, predator. That's what I was thinking in my mind.
Yeah,
like Flag. Yeah. I was thinking like Flag in the Eyes of the Dragon. I'm dim.
I remember when before we encountered these last beasts, when he put that cloak on, you could barely see him, the head.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, all right. So you poke your head in. You check for traps, and you poke your head in, and you see the room beyond. It's a plainly furnished 20-foot square room, which is obviously the residence of someone interested in weapons of unusual sorts. Hanging on the wall are a man catcher and several sorts of punching daggers, sprouting from metal gauntlets, double-bladed with sharkskin cross grip, and others. Here are wavy blade knives, double-pointed knives, center-hilted knives, falchions, and a semicircle of 7 matched throwing knives around a buckler with a wicked center spike. Barbed javelins, a short spear with a very broad leaf-shaped blade, an array of maces with oddly shaped heads, including a wolf with an open mouth, a clenched draconian forepaw, and others are also here. A light crossbow with a double track for firing a pair of bolts simultaneously hangs on one wall. Furnishings include a narrow cot, a small stand, a table, 2 chairs, a bench, a stool, a bucket with a lid, a wardrobe, and a heavy chest with an iron hasp and padlock. Dishes and foodstuffs are on the table and on a nearby shelf. Several bottles are also on the shelf.
Wow.
And there's nothing living as far as I can tell.
Not that you see in there, no.
All right. So we're going to back up anyway. We're going to let the party know that the room looks empty. Let's carefully open the door and check her out.
Do you want me to open the door and go in?
I mean, any of us can open the door. We will carefully open it and check it and head in there because
okay.
Not carefully opening doors has been bad at some points.
Yeah.
You examined the door. You examined the door in the entryway thoroughly and found nothing that was out of the ordinary to you.
Cool.
Okay. All right. So, Roland, you're going to head in.
Well, I say, if you have not seen the trap, it is best I go first. And I push open the door with my bastard sword and step in, ready to jump in case I step on something. And I'll just walk gently into the room, looking around. I pull my shield up, actually. Shield and bastard sword now.
Yeah, so I mean, you walk in, and again, there's like stuff everywhere. There's a huge chest, which of course, draws your attention a little bit. But other than that, it looks like, an underground sort of living quarters. It's fairly large. I mean, it's a 20 by 20 foot room.
Yeah.
And well appointed. It's not, obviously this person has collected lots of weapons. I mean, okay, so you've been out on campaign and stuff, right? Roland was like a former mercenary soldier type.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? All right, so like you're probably seeing like, like weapons that are functionally equivalent of like daggers or whatever, but they're like from other cultures and stuff, like from distant lands and things like that. So it's like a collection. It's like a weapons collection. They're not inherently more valuable than like any other.
So what we've got here,
they're just the collection of exotic weapons.
An exotic weapon collector. So hang on a minute. I look up, man. Fuck me. There could be. I look up at the ceiling and around.
Yeah, you look up, and then there's like some rafters up above, and there's like few dried rations, things like that, like hanging from the rafters, some meat that's like drying.
I had a terrible feeling, and there was an assassin on the roof. I just fucking drop on me. Right. I go, oh, right, okay, come in. I guard them as they come in. Like,
all right, who goes in?
I'm gonna go in.
And as usual, I'm gonna stay by the door and keep a watch out. So I'll walk up to the door, but I'm kind of making sure nothing like comes in behind us.
All right, and I'm sorry, Grey Ash goes in as well.
Yeah.
And Tarkus will stand guard outside. I'm gonna step away for a second.
Tarkus is gonna stand guard outside. You have to step away personally, Luke.
Yes, he has.
Yes, so I've got my headset. I'll be able to hear everything.
Mm-hmm. This doesn't look like the room of someone who can do magic. So I guess this person was given this ring. It's not theirs themselves.
Signs
which
of
means
magic.
There is someone around you that can probably cast invisibility.
I'll look around warily. In fact, I back up to Greyash. I put my back to Greyash. Stand close, Greyash. Move as you will. I will accompany your vanguard. And as Greyash moves around the room, I just fucking guard his back.
A question, Rob. Can you cast spells from a ring of spell storing if you yourself are normally barred from those schools of magic?
Oh, are you barred from invisibility?
Illusion.
Yeah, you're not casting the spell. You're enacting the ability of the spell in the ring. So it would be like if you can't, it's
I can't
like
recharge it, but
yeah, you could get somebody to recharge it. So you certainly can.
Okay, just checking before I use that.
That's a nice ruling. I like that ruling, Rob.
All right, so you're in the room, and hold on one sec here. So you're in the room, and most of you headed in. Puctrin is in the doorway, and Tarkus is like a little bit further back, like in the room, kind of just looking around. And like, it's seemingly from out of nowhere, from the rafters, come streaming down. And Roland, you were kind of like looking up there, and like they seem to materialize right before your eyes, but you see these 4 large spiders. They're like, large, like they're 2 feet, so they're not huge, but like large for spiders. So they're like 2 feet. These spiders come skittering down out of the rafters, seemingly from nowhere. All right, let's go ahead and declare.
Fucking ghost spiders, man. What the hell?
Attack 1 with my bastard sword, one-handed, whilst using my shield.
Okay. What about Grey Ash?
I have attacked.
God damn it. Wish I still had my sling staff. I cast magic. I start casting magic missile.
All right, JB.
Are they too close to use my bow?
No, you could use your bow. If you win initiative, they won't be in melee with you. So they're not in melee with you yet. They're just ascending.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna aim and fire.
Okay. And
Best offense we got.
What's Tucktrin doing in the doorway?
So being in the doorway, obviously, I don't see these things falling from the ceiling. So
no, you do. You see them
because the thing is, I'm like, if you look on the map, like where the door is, where the C is, and the A, I'm looking across at that door in that other hallway, kind of making sure nothing sneaks up on us while we're in this small room. You know what I mean?
So where are you looking exactly?
Like so I'm in the doorway and I'm looking towards the C to the B in that direction, and where the A is, making sure nothing's coming in, nothing's going to come into the room. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So until somebody goes, oh shit, or spiders or something, or I hear combat, I mean, I'm not really. I would like, from an RP perspective, I'm probably going to go last. If that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because I'm splitting my attention, and I'm really more like guarding the doorway than like peering into the room with my back towards nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
If that makes sense.
All right. So let's go ahead then, and are you back, Luke?
Yes.
Okay.
So Tarkus is basically doing the same, stood outside of the room. I don't know what's going on because, I mean, I can see over Tucktrin, but I can only see that small corner of the room. I can't really see what's going on in the rest of it. So I'm not even on guard. I don't know what's going on until somebody calls out.
Okay. So then let's go ahead and, David, why don't you roll our first group initiative then for the die? Everybody's done the declarations now.
Okay. D10. 9.
Yay! That's what I like.
I'm doing well today. I got 20 and a 9. These are all good rolls.
Yeah, okay, I guess I'm using my daggers.
Okay. Well, we'll just go. Nobody goes on a 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they go on a 9, actually. All right, so these 4 spiders come, coming down the webs, and they go skittering off in your direction. Greyash, JB, and Roland. 2 go towards you, Roland. You're up in the front. 1 go towards each of you, JB and Greyash. So I'm gonna have you do their attacks first here, since they go on a 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, that's some fucking terrible rolls. All right, the best I did was the second spider on. Yeah, the second spider. Okay, so they're like coming up at you, but they're like they're kind of like they come down into the ground and are sort of navigating around everything, and you're all moving around and easily dodging out of the way of them. Roll an AC6 does not hit you, right?
Nah.
All right, 2 of them come over to you and they start like kind of biting at you, but you're easily knocking them away, no problem. And same goes with the rest of you. You're kind of dodging, moving, preparing. Yeah, that does it for their turn. So 10. Initiative 10.
That's me then.
Okay.
Magic missile. Was his first level spell? Like, really? Fucking well then.
What happened?
I rolled another 20. What the fuck?
Oh shit! All right. What are you using?
This game is either to be cursed or blessed. I don't know. I don't trust this wild surge.
Yeah, definitely
gonna go. 20 on one side and 20 on the other.
That's what it is.
But it does cost magic missile 1 level higher.
If David is cheating right now, then he has been playing the long game, because I've been playing with him for a long time, and he has never been a lucky guy. So
I rolled 100 on the D100. There's something not right.
Did you really?
Wow.
Yeah. Like
What does that even
100.
do?
I don't know. I'm scrolling down. Spell effectiveness, range, duration, area effect, damage, etc. increases by 200%.
You know.
So it
Okay.
doubles range and
It
damage.
doubles,
Was
yeah.
Damage doubles.
Well,
too?
is that double or triple? Because like a 100% increase is double, right? Is
Yes.
200% triple?
200%
No,
is
200%. You
triple.
just take the number and times it by 2.
Well,
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It depends on. Yeah.
I wouldn't double
Mhm.
the amount of missiles. I would double the damage of the
Right?
missiles.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like it costs one more missile, and the damage is doubled.
Jeez, that's
That's
pretty good. That's pretty good, Danny.
How many missiles is this? 3, right? Is it 3? Got too many bullshit things. 3rd level, 3 at 5th level. Yeah, so it costs 3 D. I roll 3d4 and then double it, or should I? Yeah, just roll 3d4 and double them.
Or roll 64.
So
I mean, roll
is
64.
it one
lesser
spider
chance.
on me or 2 on me?
There's one spider on you.
1 spider on me.
Mhm.
I'll. How big are they?
2 feet.
2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big spider. Okay, I'm
Come
just
to borrow
doing
my
all-
shaver.
I'm probably just gonna do all 3 on my spider. And hopefully, it doesn't waste it. Because I would, unless I don't want to. I don't know. I rolled 3 ones. And
So-
3 ones on D3. So it's 1 to 3 doubled is 6 damage.
Well, no, because they're D4 plus 1s. So it's
Oh yeah,
6
D4 plus 1. So
doubled
it's
12. Because it'd be 1 plus 1,
Two, three.
1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 times 2.
okay.
There you go.
Yeah,
So
12 damage
total
then.
of 12 damage.
The worst possible.
Yeah, no, that was terrible, but you managed to just you're like, ah, and just start firing missiles at it, and it dies at your feet, sizzling, crispy.
Okay.
That was at what, 10? All right,
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
If they're in melee now and I have to drop my bow, then I go on 11 with daggers. If I can still fire, though, I'm gonna wait.
It'd be 3. It's 3 to change, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 3 to change, so
Yeah.
you'd be 3.
You can fire at point blank, can't you? But you take a debuff.
No, you can't fire
okay.
in point blank unless you have specialization in bow.
Oh.
I just get proficiencies.
Yeah, so 3. Yeah, so 3. You would be plus 3 on initiative modifier to switch your attack. So,
I mean,
Whatever
I'd
that-
already be going on 16. What's 19 gonna hurt? So
oh well.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
No, so 9, 10. So who's at 11?
oh,
I
I
don't
get
go.
you.
I go
Yeah.
on 15.
I go
11,
on
12.
14 then, so it doesn't matter.
Anybody go before 14?
Well,
Okay.
It didn't matter. Yay!
All
All right.
So 14, you go. Go ahead.
Okay. We're going to stabby stab a spider. I was gonna say a large spider, but you said 2 feet. That's pretty large.
It's about the size of a footstool.
Okay.
Poofy,
20.
Okay.
you know.
Okay, so
You
we've
don't
got
copy me.
favorable dice
The
today.
dagger.
I just copied. I just copied David and rolled a 1. So that is D4 plus 1. So that's actually going to be 3 damage because I use my plus 1 in my first attack always. So I just did a whopping 3.
All right. Well, the spider, you managed to cut the spider, but it's moving quickly. So a little bit of blood squirts out behind it, but it's still up and moving around, starts climbing
Of
up
course
towards
it
your
is.
legs. That was at 14. At 15?
Mate,
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Roland. You have 2 spiders on you.
I'll shout out, spiders! They've come to borrow my shaver. And attack one.
What does that even mean?
Nothing. Means nothing.
Right. Okay, so a 5. +5 is 10. What's 10 on Thaco of a 4th level fighter? That's 20, 19, 18, 17. I'm class 7.
Oh, you got it, man. Yeah, you still got it. Yeah, well, they're not that strong. I mean, their armor isn't that. They're just like
And I'll
fuzzy.
do D8 plus 7. 9 total.
All right, yeah, you just splatter the creature dead on the ground. Cut and smashed into the ground. It's dead. There are 2 remaining now. One on JB, 1 remains on Roland. And now I want to allow Tuctrin and Tarkus to do stuff. Tuctrin, I think, is closer to the door. Am I right about that?
Yeah, I'm right in the doorway.
And then Tarkus is a little bit... Where is Tarkus? Can you describe to me?
I will say that he is sort of on the opposite side of the hallway near B, between the letter B and that doorway, just watching the hallway that we came through, basically.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Then Tuctrin, you go ahead and go first. What do you want to do?
Okay, so what I'm going to do is obviously, seeing and hearing what's going on now. I want to, turn into the room, and I think JB is right there by the door, right, JB?
I was moving towards the towards the treasure chest, wherever that is. If that's that right there by the door, then yeah.
It's at the foot of the bed. It's like in
I see what you mean.
in the
then I am not
center
by
of
the
the
door.
wall.
So I'm just gonna run like whatever the closest spider is that I see that's attacking somebody.
Well, that's probably on. Well, Roland is in there. Probably JB, the one that JB is fighting. I think he's a little bit closer in. Roland kind of just like asked everybody to get behind him, so I'm going to assume that.
All right, it's not super far. Would I be able to get there and still get an attack, or?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not losing your round. Like you just.
Well, no, I got movement and move around.
Yeah, no. It's 20 feet, dude. Even a dwarf's legs can move that far.
Okay, gotta check. I got the short little legs.
As he goes thunk, thunk,
The
thunk
pitter
through the
patter
room.
of little dwarven legs
Right.
running through the dungeon.
Okay. I might not have hit. Maybe.
I can hear the action music now.
Is it too loud or is it
Arlington
okay?
No, it's gone again.
Perfect.
Oh, I put it down a little.
It's
okay?
perfect for me.
AC 4.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, okay.
And it's wounded. It's got a little cut on the side of it, and so I'm almost certain you're going to kill it.
13. Sorry, 13.
You rush in and just exterminate. I mean, you're like you're John Goodman in Arachnophobia.
Oh man,
you just
Throwback.
that movie, that great movie.
Yeah.
You just splatter it to death.
What weapon is he using?
Axis.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right, so
to the rescue.
that's the only one in range, though. I mean, the other one, I know you have a second weapon, but you know it's not near you. What about
that's
Tarkus?
fine.
What's Tarkus doing?
Tarkus is gonna hear the combat and charge in.
All right, so
and
you
if
start
he gets
charging
the
in.
ability, strike the first
Yeah,
one.
okay. So you start running in that direction, right? Because you hear this noise.
Yeah.
But you run like about you get close to the door, about within 5 feet of the door, and make me a dex check.
There's someone invisible there.
Oh dear. 11 passed, I think.
Okay, so you run into something, like you're running full force, full speed, and you run into something invisible, like there's something, like a wall. And you just whack right into it. And it's like it kind of, well, as far as you can see, it's like you're about 5 feet from that door, which is open now, where the combat is happening, and you just run into this door, and like you kind of start, trying to move. There's not run into the door. You run into some invisible wall. That is.
Does it feel like a wall? Is it solid or?
Yeah, it feels solid, but it's invisible.
Okay.
I'll give you a chance to do one other thing, something quick, if you want to try to do something else.
I mean, I suppose I'll shield. I'm just going to shield bash it and see what is going on here.
All right, yeah, it feels like you're bashing into like a tangible wall of some sort.
Okay. All I can do is call out and say, guys, I can't get in.
Yeah, they hear you. You guys all hear them.
The fuck?
Thank fuck, I wondered if we
I
could
think
hear.
actually,
or if it was
hold on.
walls.
Let me confirm that you can hear through this.
Okay, yeah, because I think we might not be able to. If it's
Yeah,
a wall
thank you.
force.
Secrets.
Place is messed up.
What is they? Are they trying to keep us in, or are they trying to keep the others out?
Who knows?
Nobody saw this
Well,
magic
you were
trap, and
outside,
we're
like,
all
no one-
trapped.
Who cast that? Unless it was a trap.
It doesn't
yeah.
say that sound doesn't pass through it. So
Cool.
sound does pass through it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean your shield bash seems to have no effect on it. All right, so let's move back to declaration phase. We're back around on the other initiative. So go ahead and let's declare actions, and we'll start with you this time, JB.
Still got a spider on me? I'm gonna kill it.
No.
Oh.
No, it has been exterminated.
Okay.
There is one spider left on Roland.
Okay.
Shank it on the side, man.
Yeah, we'll go. We're gonna aim an arrow at the remaining spider.
Okay, so you're gonna go for the spider. What about? All right,
Do the thing right in front of us.
Arcus. Your turn for declaration.
Okay, I'm gonna put my back into that corner by the door and just stand in a ready stance, watching behind, like back
Where are you
towards
putting
where
your
I
back?
was.
You're going
So
moving
I'm
back
gonna put
towards
my-
where you were.
I'm gonna put my back like in that corner by the wall, like right there. How do I? Is it double click to ping?
Are you trying to go to this corner, like in the north?
Yes, that corner.
All right, so you try to move over there, but there is a wall that blocks you.
Okay, well-
Essentially, so this is what you'll learn here when you kind of
Yeah.
like move over there.
It's
There
just
is
that
a-
box makes it seem that the wall is right on the door. Is that just off the?
But
No,
I
I
just
don't know
drew
what
that
that
as well.
box is. Yeah, the purple line is the line of the wall.
Purple line.
Did you see the line I just drew? Does nobody see that?
No.
That could
Nobody
be,
sees the line that I just drew?
That could be a band. Purple.
Oh,
I
no,
can
I
see
see
it.
the line,
There's
yeah.
the
Oh,
line.
Okay, you see it? Okay.
Now
I
That's
see it, now I see it.
essentially what it is. It's blocking that corner off. So you like go try to move to that corner, and like you can't get over there.
Okay. Well, I'll take position on that
Done.
C with my back to the wall, so I've got a solid wall protecting my back, and just stand on guard.
Okay. Roland, what are you doing?
I'll just, if there's only one on me, I'll just swat the spider.
Okay, and then Tuckdrin.
So I don't know that there's anything blocked. I know there's still a spider.
Well, okay, so here's the deal. Tarkus did say, guys, I can't get in.
Okay, well then I'll rush over to the door and see why he can't get in then.
Yeah, you see, he's like trying to like. He's like mime, a mime against the invisible kind of guy.
Right. I'll try to kick whatever that invisible wall is. I don't know what an invisible wall is. My
You're gonna-
character doesn't. So
Okay, all right. So why don't we, JB, roll the initiative for this round?
All right.
Dude's
See if
foot
you
goes
can't
through
do
the
better
wall
than
and kicks
last
me in the
time.
nuts.
Watch our roll a 10. Well, it's better. Roll the 7.
Okay, it is better. Okay, so let's see here. You're banging on the let's see here. Okay, so 7. All right, nobody goes at 7. 8, 9. Okay. Yeah, Greyash. Oh, I didn't actually ask you, David, what you're doing with Greyash. What is Greyash doing?
I wanted to cast from a scroll, detect magic.
Okay. That sounds good. So you're going to cast Detect Magic. Does that make you go on an 8 then, right? Isn't it +1? Isn't it 1? Detect Magic?
Scrolls 3, I think.
Its scroll is the spell,
1.
the casting time of the spell that's on it.
There you
Actually, I just looked it up.
Detect Magic is 1.
Yeah.
Is there any like +3 for taking it out your bag, just to be like something like all flipping weapons
Maybe.
around and stuff?
Nah.
No, okay.
It just complicates everything.
Okay.
Let's see here. Well, I mean, your friends like light up like the Christmas tree. But nothing else. Nothing else glows.
The room or like.
Wait a second. You know what, JB? Okay, actually, so yeah, you light up the room. Is that what you're casting? Detect Magic in the room?
Detect Magic is like from wherever you're looking, right? 10 feet wide, 60 feet long, wherever you're facing. So I'm gonna like get up into the corner if I can, like navigate around the spiders and like.
Yeah, sure. You can get everything in this room if that's what you're trying to do. No problem.
Yeah, like.
So you notice that the long sword or the short sword that Roland took from the dead body. The half-orc dead body is +1. The shield from that body is +2, and the armor is +1.
Okay.
Other than that, nothing else glows.
I ask, you know that shield I took off that captain, what's that? Because I don't know the plus of it yet.
That's a good question. Here, I can get you that information. That's a good point. The captain leader had a shield +2, medium shield +2.
Fuck yes.
That's
Okay.
great, dude.
No.
Well,
I don't.
That's
Yeah,
an
I'll
8.
just say I can't see the source.
That's an 8. Oh yeah, you know what? That's a really good point here. Magical. So, you detect a faint, like glow from where the spiders came from of like summoning magic.
Oh. Okay.
But that's at 8, and at 9. Oh man, this is tough. All right, so Tarkus, you're outside of the room, right? And you can see this too,
Yes.
Tucker, because you're banging on that wall, like, or trying to figure that out. You see next to the door to the south, a figure appears. He's
Like
got.
just appears.
He literally just appears. Yes, he's got
Okay.
all black robes, like with sort of purple and silver trim. Seems to be a human, like a look of anger, bushy eyebrows. He's got this like pointed black hat with like actually like silver stars on it. But he's got this like sort of purple, sort of purple accent marks. And you can see hanging from around his neck a familiar symbol, a symbol dedicated to the evil demoness, evil god Lolth, hangs from around his neck. You guys have seen this symbol before. But anyway, he appears, and it's not just he appears. There appears to be a number of him all sort of moving around. There are actually a total of 5 of them that seem to be swirling around each other. Like you're not really sure exactly where he is, but as this figure appears, he puts his arms out towards you and says some magical words, and this lightning bolt fires out from his hands. All right, make a saving throw versus spells.
Okay. Let me just go and find my saves table. There it is.
Does it bounce off the wall and kill himself?
Sorry.
That'd be nice.
I love jokes like that.
What is it? Is it a D what for saving
D20.
throws?
D20, and you want to roll high.
Oh, okay. Screwed them. I failed that save.
Okay, this is really bad news. All right, so you get hit by the lightning bolt. Whack! Right in your chest.
Shit.
Just slammed by it. You take 22 points of damage. The lightning bolt goes through you, bounces off the wall, which is directly behind you, which you were standing against, and hits you a second time.
Fuck.
Oh,
Wow.
So make another saving throw.
I mean, I'm just going to clarify for the room here that I'm already dead. I'm at 0 HP.
At 22, minus 22.
22, yeah. Okay.
Blown to smithereens.
Ouch.
17. I saved this time.
Oh,
It's
man.
half
Yeah, but
damage,
that's
right?
11 more damage. So, like, you're still
Oh.
fucked.
Yeah.
But you actually helped me a
Yeah.
lot because so the lightning bolt bounces off the back of the wall, hits you once again in the back. You fall forward. It shoots a hole through your chest. You fall to the ground, dead. But fortunately, the electricity totally soaked into your body, and the evil wizard who just appeared. And he just starts to casually walk towards the body. All right, so that was at 9, 10.
Oh boy.
Just a casual like.
Anybody go on 10?
Nope.
11? 12? 13? 14?
Me.
All right. You probably
Saw
also
first.
loud explosion essentially too because of lightning bolt.
All right. Well, let's take care of what's in front of us first. Firing at this spider. That is a 15. I will hit. Rolling a 15, I'll hit an armor class of 3 or worse.
All right, that's good enough. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, but you are -4 because you're firing in the melee, unless you don't care.
I didn't think we were that close to this other spider.
Well, one of your companions is in combat with it, so Roland is
Ooh.
fighting.
Oh.
Wait, did Roland kill it? Did Roland hit it?
I'm going to attack. Yeah, you could delay and let me melee first.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, okay. So it's only a fractional deny for you, really. Right, one attack. Bosh. A 10. Well, if a 5 it last time, it's bound to it. 15
Yeah.
altogether. So that's armor
Yeah.
class.
You kill it. You kill it. You can't not kill it. You can't not kill it. You do +7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at 7 hit points. So you stomp it, and it's dead. Now let's move over to you though, Tuctrin, because you're outside. You haven't done anything. You're like Dom. Tuctrin is, like
Yeah.
you just there's like
So
actually
I turned-
there's like probably some blood and gore like from the explosion of the body like that are like
on the wall.
painting down the invisible wall.
Right. And I'm like, Tarkus, no, you bastard. And I just hit the wall with my axe instead of kicking it. I just go ahead and just try to shatter this wall, whatever it is. I've got no magic to fuck with it, so
Yeah,
this is what I got.
It just bounces off of it like the strongest wall you've ever hit.
Yeah.
Nothing happens to it at
Yeah,
all.
that's what I got.
All right. Okay. So we're still in initiative here. You've killed all the spiders. Let's go around to the next initiative round, and we will start with Roland. Chris, what do you want to do with Roland?
Have I just seen Chuchin get blown apart?
Well, it would have been
That's what
Tarkus,
Tarkus
but
got
you
blown
didn't
apart.
see it, but you can hear like Tuctrin is like yelling.
Do I hear like a lightning bolt?
Yeah, you heard like a large like bang, and like Tuctrin is like yelling in anger, frustration, maybe outside, like just outside your door. You can see them in there, but you can't. I mean, it's in the other room. So what do you want to do?
Okay. So where's Tuckdren, the dwarf? Is he just by C at the door?
He's in the doorway.
He's in the doorway. Okay.
He's not in C at C because he's on the other side of that. So he's like in the triangle, like that's blocked by the wall.
Rob, what are these walls like? Like if Edward ping.
You just pinged.
Okay, see these walls here? How thick are they?
Read my mind.
I don't know. 1 foot thick?
Oof, that's quite thick.
Solid stone construction.
I mean, I don't know. Like how much
Oh,
is
no,
that in the wall?
Right, I moved to this corner. Right. I swapped to 2 weapons. I put my shield on my back, I swapped to 2 weapons, short sword in my offhand. Because I've got two weapon proficiency thing, what's it called? Two blades.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, fall back! So I don't know about the wall of force or anything.
Now I have an idea.
All right. Well, let's go to you then. You can declare your next thing.
Yes. Everybody back into the room. We're going to go around this wall. And I motion, and I go back into the room and go. See where that bench is in the southern part of the room?
Like there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to go past that to like the bottom, the south. Yeah, there, exactly there.
That's where I am.
I want to go there.
I move then, Rob.
I'm like, move. I'll create a hole, rush
I'll
out,
go there.
and destroy this wizard.
Got ya. So I swat him then. I'll dodge out the way.
A spell.
All right. So what's Grey Ash do?
I follow instructions. I move, get out of the way of the door.
Okay.
Wait for him to. If there's any staffs in here, instead with like, is anything here that could be used as like a core staff?
Sure. Yeah. Sure. There's
Yeah,
tons of weapons.
I grab that as well, just to not spend my entire turn just moving slightly.
And what about JB?
I'm gonna grab something off the table and throw it at the wall of force, so we can hopefully maybe cause a moment of distraction. Give Tuckdren some extra time.
Rob,
Mm-hmm.
can I change my declaration?
Yeah, sure.
Because you haven't rolled. As everybody's flowing towards me anyway, right? After I've drawn my swords, if JB backs into the room, I look for a way to. Can I shut the door from this side?
Yeah.
I fucking shut the door and barricade the fuck.
Okay. Sounds good. You barricade the door. So that's what you're going to do this round.
Yeah. After drawing both my weapons, like I kick over everything and just kick it into the fucking into the door space after the door shuts. Or if another player sees what I do, I shout out, "Shut the door, quick!" Like.
Okay.
I try to barricade it.
Can we ready stuff for next?
I'm casting a spell for a whole round, so
Yeah,
I'm not ready nothing.
Got a whole round to ready whatever you want.
I'll ready my bag of flour and my staff of striking. So I got like the bag of flour in one hand and the staff of striking in the other, waiting for a hole to be made.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and play out the next round. So let's play out this round. Let's have somebody roll, and Chris, why don't you roll a group initiative? D10.
Done with to declare.
I thought you already declared. You're moving.
Oh, that was to declare.
Yeah.
I am
Okay.
insane. Goddamn K-hole again. Right, D10.
I know. This ecstasy, I'm like really tripping balls right now. So
A three.
fully rolling. Three.
Three.
Okay.
He's good.
Okay. Then that's a D8. That's not a D10. All right, so 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so quick question, Rob. So on 9 of the last initiative is when I made my little soliloquy, started casting a spell. It's a 1-round cast, so it would go off on 9 this round, right? Not the new initiative we roll because it's a full round. So it would go 9 to 9.
I think the way that it works is that it goes off on the beginning of your next initiative roll, and then you can do something else.
Okay, so then it would be 3. So then on this initiative, it would go off.
But you didn't start casting it last round.
And that's what I thought I did. I ran over there and told her to get out of the way to be casting the spell. Like that was my action, I guess. Or I can start casting it now. That's fine. Either way.
I mean, you went out. You ran out the door. You tried to pound on the thing. You hit the thing with an axe. All of that was last round. This is
okay. I thought there was another round in between.
No. So that's this round. He's only done one thing. The guy just bolted. Lit lightning bolted.
Okay. I thought we had we closed the door, had a round. Okay, I got you.
No.
All right,
so
I'm
door
casting
gets closed.
a spell.
So you're casting that now.
Yep.
David, what's Grey Ash doing? What's his spell?
Nothing this round.
Okay. All right, and then what's Roland doing, Chris? So you push everything up against the door, which is fine. That's easy to do. You do all of that, and then
the door's shut. Is it still?
It is. And then what's JB doing again? I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, since the door is going to be shut and I can't throw nothing at anybody, I'm just going to have an arrow ready to go for as soon as we can get out.
I move into the reverse side of the door, like the far right, left corner.
Yeah.
Like behind the door.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, hang on. I was in the kitchen making my cup of tea. I'm here, kind of.
Okay.
There.
All right, so go ahead and all of those things happen. This round is undisrupted. You're in the room. You don't notice anything else going on. Let's go to the next round, and everybody essentially is delaying until Dom's spell goes off. So why don't you just roll the D10 and we'll start from there. And that can be you go ahead and roll, Dom, for Tuctrin.
Okay.
So that's when the spell's going to go off.
5.
All right, so your spell goes off at 5, and then you start your next action.
Okay.
All right, so tell us what happens at 5. What happens with the spell?
Okay, so when I ran over there last round to start casting a spell, I've got my hands up on the stone wall, and I'm casting the spell, and then at 5 on the next one, I just basically tear the stone open and create a door with stone shape.
Yes, I love it.
So,
Fantastic.
so I end the spell by going, he didn't expect dwarves, and I just rip the door open so you guys can run through.
Nice.
He didn't expect dwarves.
Like the Spanish Inquisition.
Brilliant.
I have a comfy
No one
chair.
expects the Dwarven Inquisition.
You get extra plus 10 cultural English UK points there.
Could I have
Sure,
casted
boy.
invisibility from the ring in the last turn?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's good thinking.
All right,
Yeah.
so this happens at 5. The hole opens. You look out of the hole and you don't see anything specifically. You do see Tarkus's body
How big's the hole? Where?
is there, and it looks like it was dragged like a couple of feet. And you can see this like sort of like scarred, bloody, charred line from like the hole in his body that was dragged a couple of feet to the south, but it's actually still essentially where it is. And you don't see anything at the moment like obvious through the thing.
Can I just ask, is the hole on the west wall or the south wall?
South wall.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Yeah,
Is that right?
It's about
Yeah,
there.
right there.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not where I drew that shit then. Ignore that. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, got it. Purple.
I guess I can't sneak out.
So
Just
hang on.
Tucklin's moves.
Can I just get a descriptive thing here? So basically, Tucklin's finished his spell. It's gone. Ooh, how big's the hole?
It is 17 cubic feet in total
Oh, the
shape.
whole
So if
fucking
it's
wall's gone.
1 foot deep, so say 3 across, 5 up, so 5 foot tall, 3 across with 2 more feet at the top in the middle.
Say that again.
okay.
How tall? How tall?
You see what I mean? So 6 by 3 essentially. Close to
Foot.
6 by 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
basically.
So I could charge through that, could I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what I'm saying. Like I pull the door open, you guys run out. Is like that was the gist.
I charge out, Rob, as soon as I get opportunity and attack anything I see.
There's nothing. You don't see anything, so you're going to charge out. What is everybody else doing?
I'm gonna sneak out with my hood up
All right.
Good
keep my,
man.
and
Gray Ash.
keep my
what-
back to the wall
Yeah.
as best I can.
I want to move out and like try and get like over here somewhere.
Hey, did you get that little dude?
Yeah, he imported it. You can. It's a way to do it.
Ah.
Don't worry about it for now. And then what about Tuctrin, Dom? Are you going through as soon as you open up the?
Oh
thing?
yeah, I mean as soon as everybody else is through, I'm gonna come through. But I want to make sure everybody can get out of this room first, because I assume the magical wall is still over there. Maybe it's not. I have no idea. So I just want to make sure everybody can safely get out of this room if they need to get out of this room. Or I don't know if anybody. I guess everybody looked at what they were going to look at in the room. So I'm more
There's a
worried about.
treasure chest calling my name, but there's also a something that needs to be
Right.
killed
So
first.
so effectively, what I'm doing is I open it up, everybody runs out, and then I'm going to run over to Tarkus because I don't know for sure that Tarkus is dead. Obviously, he got hit by a lightning bolt, but I'm going to check him. You know what I mean?
He's but a flesh wound.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Tarkus does not look good. So you go run over there. Roland, you run out to charge out to attack whatever. JB, you sneak out and do what you can. And Gray Ash kind of moves over to the side, sort of near that hallway area.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So
just
let's.
looking for like any sign of movement and for an invisible thing to like just chuck my bag of flour at.
Okay. So that's what happens this round. Let's go ahead and we're going to do declare the next round, and we'll do another initiative. So let's do declarations.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we start
waiting.
with we'll start with you, David. With Gray Ash. What's he doing?
I am waiting.
Waiting for something to happen.
Actually, would detect magic still be going? How long does that last?
Yeah, I think it's like round per level or something.
Yeah, should definitely still be going then.
You cast it from a scroll.
Yeah, lasts 2 rounds per level casting.
Did you make the scroll yourself?
No.
Right, then the scroll is cast at the minimum level that it's available for, so it lasts for 2 rounds.
It burned out.
First level spell.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Well,
yeah, so it is over with.
Bust
You're
out the
waiting.
flower.
Then you're waiting. What's JB doing? You've snuck into the room. What are you doing?
That's a good question. Is that other door still closed? The one that was to the south,
Okay, so you look
Or-
over there, and
or
you
closed
do-
again? You know, is it closed?
You in fact notice that it is partially open.
I'm gonna tap whoever is closest to me, and I'm gonna point them in that direction.
Okay.
'Cause I don't want
Well,
to say
technically,
anything and blow my
probably
cover.
Tuctrin is closest to you because he's like kneeling down next to the body, which is
Oh,
right
that's
there. And Roland kind of ran into the room a bit. Speaking of Roland, what are you doing? What's Roland doing?
I'd mark myself with a circle where I ran to.
Okay.
Can I have a re-description of anything.
Yeah.
That might
So the
tell me
room
where they
here,
are.
there's a body. There's the body of Tarkus is lying about 5 feet from the northern wall. It looks like it was dragged a little bit there. The northern door is closed. There's a hole in the wall to the north. Above the, like running along the ceiling on the north and south wall of the alcove are runnels of flame that are making it sort of bright and illuminated. And then there's this sort of like, God, what am I getting? Like imagine it was like a fountain, you know, like a little basin, like basically about a 5 foot radius, half circle basin that's filled with flame as well. So it's like hot and lit up in here with the fires. There is, yeah, other than that, you can see again, the southern door is partially open. And where all of your companions are sort of lying, you know, Tuctrin is kneeled down next to the body of Tarkus to checking his wounds, making sure that he's okay.
Well, I've kind of looked in the corridor as well. Does that corridor continue south, or does it reach a dead end?
It goes to a dead end.
No sign of them north.
Not that you see.
I run to the north to look left. Like, you know what I mean? So I run up to the north and look back where we came.
You're going to run to the north and do that. Okay.
Yeah. To see if he's fucked off down there somewhere.
Yeah. So that's what you're going to do. And then Tuctrin, what are you going to do once you figured out that Tarkus is dead? What do you want to do?
I'm going to check and see if that magical wall is still up.
Okay. You're going to move over to the magical wall. All right. So, David, why don't you go ahead and roll us our D10 for this round?
Good. 8.
8 on the die.
8.
Okay. So you rolled 8. So nobody's going to go on sooner than 8. So, 8, 9, because I'm 9. 10, 11.
I mean, check
people are going on 11.
Yeah, what's the initiative modifier for checking the wall?
3. So movement and initiative.
Yeah. So.
All right. So Tuctrin, you move over there, and in fact, the wall is still there. You move over to it. Actually, I'm not going to make you use your whole action on this because you can still see the blood on the wall.
Okay.
On the invisible wall. All
right. So if
I,
so if I look up from Tarkus's body and I see that the blood is still on the wall, I'm just grabbing my axes and I'm going to see where everybody's at and go where they're not to take a defensive position. So if no one's at the corner where B is, I'll go there. If no one's at the corner up at the top where I made the hole, I'll go there. If no one's at the door to the south. Does that make sense?
Did JB go to the door to the south?
JB just took a look at it and then gave Tuctrin a pat and then pointed saying, "Look, door's a little open."
Oh, okay. So there's nobody by that door right now.
Oh, I'm going over that door and I'm just gonna fucking kick it open.
All right. You're gonna do that. That is on. That's +3, so that is on a 9. Wait, you guys rolled a 7? No, so that was on 10. So on 10, you go, moving towards that door. Did you want to open it, or what do you want to do? What do you want to do when you get to the door?
I'm Sparta kicking it. I'm running over to it, kicking it open with my axes in my hand. Looking for blood for Tarkus, or
blood for Tarkus. All right, so you kick open the door to the south. And this is actually simultaneous as Roland is running up to the north, where I see that circle is.
Can I tumble up to there? Actually, tumble over to there rather than run.
We'll get to you in a minute. So
okay.
The room. So you kick open the door, and right beyond Tuctrin, you see this is obviously the chamber of a magic user. There's a thaumaturgic triangle standing at the threshold, just inside of the room. And let me reveal this to you, actually, so you can see here.
A thaumaturgical triangle? Wow.
Say that 3 times real fast.
Just inside of the room. And
I'm loving the map.
the shelving which girdles the place is filled with all sorts of stuffed and mummified animals and such. A cloak with strange runes hangs near the east door. Which is, as you see, there's another door on the eastern wall. A large bed is here with a small cabinet, a stool, a writing table, and an oddly branched candle holder, a brazier, and a pair of hanging lamps near the bed. A wall cresset is in the southwest corner opposite the bed. A rush mat covers the plain floor. A parchment with runes hangs on the east wall by a door. Another on the south wall, opposite the entrance, seems to be a map of the dungeon level.
Woo!
That's useful. We should take that after we kill this thing. Wherever it is.
Wherever it is.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what you see when you kick in the door. Now, Roland, go ahead and move your character all the way back to where it was before. Chris,
Okay.
Move your character back to where it was before.
It was
So
there.
You start running.
Yeah.
You start running in that direction. And come on.
There's another wall.
Get it to work, it will be another wall.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so I can't be where I am then. Unless that was cast after I moved here.
Oh, it was cast after you moved there.
For fuck's sake.
So Roland, you go
God.
running up that way, running up towards that hall, and make a dex check.
Mm-hmm.
This is bullshit.
Can I have a plus for tumbling?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What plus can I have?
It's
One,
usually a
two.
+4, I think, on like. I'll give you +2 though.
Okay, so my dex is 15, +2, 17, d20, 18.
All right, so you run and you just whack into the wall and you fall down.
Uh-oh.
You just hit
Yeah,
the
okay.
wall like you just fall. It knocks you over, but you're like totally surprised by that. And that was at 10. So you see that happen. Right, it's right in front of you that happens.
Yeah.
Gray Ash. You see him like he hits like some sort of invisible wall. Now that was so that was on 10, 11, 12.
Well,
Is that
I don't
you?
know what I'm gonna do now. I was like preparing, like I was basically just holding action for the guy to be visible, but now there's a wall directly in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Take it from the
And I
dead guy, run
move
away.
north. And I'm gonna see if I just want to try to quietly move north as I see him run into the wall right in front of me. Like move up to here and make sure that he's not literally just around this corner. Like if he's
Okay.
trying to get away from us, or if he's trying to trap
All right,
them
so
in here.
you move up there and you look around the corner, and like right when you go around the corner, there's the black-robed wizard. He's there. You see like these 5 forms all swirling around. He's standing there like right at the edge, and he gives you this like wicked, deadly smile as he does, as he sees you.
Can I throw the bag of flour at him and his clones to find which is the real one?
Flower power.
Flour, bag of flour.
Flower power.
It's like the
I don't think that's gonna work for this thing. I might give you a little bonus or something, but yeah, you throw them. You just like I think that's a perfectly valid thing that you would do in the moment. Like holy shit, and you just throw the flour. So the flour goes up into the air, and you're in this cloud of flour that's moving all around, and the figure seems to me it's still very confusing. All right, so.
I'll also, I guess I'll
All right,
shout
so
as well. Yeah,
I think
It's like,
everybody.
he's sure.
I think everybody but B has really done something. You're next to Tuckdrin, I guess, by the door that he just kicked open.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
If I can notice a sudden cloud of flour, that's going to bring my attention.
You're not going to notice that. That's
okay.
so far
Well,
away
then,
from you. You're nowhere near it. Yeah.
Then
I will shout when I see him.
Then
Like
I am
as
still
soon as
peeking
I
into the
know
room
he knows I'm
behind
here, I
Tucker.
would have shouted.
I got my bow out and arrow ready, but I'm just looking into the room behind Tuckdrin, like, okay, what's in here? Where is he at?
I don't see him inside, but
All right. So everybody make a perception check. Everybody except for Greyash for David.
All right. Well, that was the time
David's
to
the
roll a
one.
1.
okay, let's see. No, rolled a 16.
All right. Well, you hear, and also Roland. Chris, you can make a check for Roland.
Oh, okay. So I didn't think I could.
No,
Yeah,
you can.
I'll roll that now then. 16. Fuck's sake. I'm a perception.
Same thing I
15.
rolled. Good
I
job.
fail.
All right, so JB, you hear distantly coming from the northern passageway. He's up here. You hear Greyash yelling.
I trust Greyash. We're going that way. The room can't wait.
All right, so let's. I
so
think that's
pumped.
everybody. Let's go back around to initiatives here. Let's go after the declarations. So JB, you declare first this time.
Can I get close enough to him to fire on this round? Or do I need
Probably
to spend a round
not.
getting
Wall
there?
in the way.
Yeah, there's an invisible wall, which actually you would probably notice because, in fact, Roland is he's got like a little bloody
okay.
nose.
Could it
I
be
apologize.
spread
I thought he
eagle?
was around the corner at
Could it
B,
be?
not around the corner up top. Okay.
Yeah,
Could
no,
there-
he's
could
like
there
up
be a
here,
shape?
like turbo fucked.
Could there be a shape on the wall of like me, like a bird when it flies into a window? Like when a bird's
That's my
waiting.
question is,
There's like a
can you
dirt
stay in a
there's
wall
like
of
a
force and still see it?
grime outline.
Yeah.
Grime outline in the wall.
All right, well, then we're going to head in that direction, and I'm pretty much stuck until somebody with magic breaks us another door.
All right, so go ahead and that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna wait, then you're just sort of waiting there.
Actually, with all this happening, can I get around somewhere around B and just make sure there's nothing going south?
Yeah, you can go over there and watch. That
All
sounds
right.
good.
If there's nothing coming south, then I'm going to head back. I'm going to put my attention back north. If there's something to the south, then that's going to be my attention because that's something I can do.
What's Roland doing?
No.
Well, I'm not very clever. Like Roland's not very clever, and this is like a bit of a chess situation. He is where I thought he was, but there's a wall. So, I'll try open doors on the wall somehow. Like I'll just absolutely slam it as hard as I can.
All right, you're gonna slam it as hard as you can. What about Tuckdrin?
So I'm looking in the inside of this room. I'm going to take a step back away from the doorway to the room. Because I don't trust that it's not some magical trap given all this wall and everything. So what I would like to do is, can I roll? So I don't know the second wall is up, but the first wall is still up if I look at it, right? It's still I'm wondering.
Are you sure you can't just see that second wall with my grime outline on it and me on the floor? Just saying.
I'm just gonna run over there by the other wall and go, where is he? Like, because I don't know about the other wall yet. So that's what I would do, I guess.
All right. And then finally, Greyash. David, what are you doing this round? You're face to face with the wizard.
Rocky's found the wizard.
Yeah,
Must have had
I'm literally
mage
looking
versus
right in their
mage.
face.
It's right. My wife came back from the walk, and I turned my mic off to feed the dog. Okay, I missed that bit. Shit.
I
I thought it was miles away down the corridor or something. Fuck.
It's like the powder. I still can't distinguish him from his fake ones. I'm stuck by myself.
Quickly make a
I will
decision.
cast. I'll try and cast another scroll.
Okay. All right. So let's why don't JB go ahead and roll the die for the initiative.
3. Finally something
All right.
good.
All right. So unfortunately, on 2, the wizard he quickly begins to cast magical spells, and you hear the arcane tongue and twisting, and he points all 5 of the wizards. They're all sort of swirling around. They point their hands towards you and open up, and flames just burst out right at you, Greyash. Make a saving throw versus spells.
So I want to roll above.
Equal to or above.
Oh, it's a 3.
Up, so that's a fail
It's a fail.
on a d20. So you take 20 points of fire damage.
Oh Lord.
I am still alive.
All right. He's like, die, wizard. Soon your spell book will be mine.
he's gonna be disappointed.
Because it's all this chicken scratch wild magic shit.
So just a quick question. I know that my initiative's gone, but can I see this now that I'm over there where that circle is, like looking down the hall? Can I see this happen?
You can see Greyash get hit by flames because the guy's actually on the other side of he's like around
the wall,
the corner. So
Yeah.
David ran around, or Greyash ran around over there, and then he just
I got you. So I know what I'm doing next round. So all right.
So that was at 2, 3, 4.
3 would have been me, but I just got hit by a spell.
Well, your die roll was a 3, so you cannot go faster.
Oh,
than 4.
4 would have been me then.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a scroll though, so scroll's not being disrupted.
Okay, then I cast from the scroll.
The scroll did just get hit with fire.
I guess we should do a saving throw for the scroll, right? Wouldn't that make sense?
That's
Okay.
true, Rob. Well remembered. It should make
Well,
sense.
I didn't remember it. One of your players did, so you blamed Luke.
Luke's brutally honest. Luke's brutally honest.
You know what?
Yeah,
I am
exactly.
actually a big believer in being. I'm the same way when I'm a player, man. I don't want to cheat at all. Like I just, even like that, it's not cheating even. All right,
Luke
so
wants
let's.
the scroll to keep Tarkus company. That's all it is.
Shit, I don't know what to do,
I'm
guys.
just rooting for the party to die so we can all go as ghosts together.
Yeah, it's the perfect party regen. I'm telling you, Tark, if I get out of this, I'm spending all my money on going back to Hommlet and convincing the church to fucking res you.
I
That's
didn't say
providing.
anything, but somebody here does have a ring of regeneration. He's about to die, but he does have a ring of regeneration.
Oh.
I don't. That's the other mage. We never took it off him.
Ah.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
Have we got any potions amongst the party or anything we could
Yeah,
use?
you drunk it.
Yep.
Yeah, he drank it immediately.
Well, there was none left, was there? It was smashed
Okay,
to
so
bastard.
item saving throws, magical fire.
Fuck.
I mean, it says paper, etc., but this isn't on paper.
It's a magic item, any doused in dragon leather.
I'll give you leather.
Dragon leather.
No, I'll give you leather. No, I think that's fair. All right, so
Phew, God.
it's a
See, that's how you win over the gym, you see. Doesn't my horse just leap in front of a lightning bolt? You know, anything
No,
like that.
I mean, I just don't think that they're using like easy, cheap paper.
Exactly.
All right, but it still has a 6 though, so you got to roll a 6 or higher on your d20.
Phew.
Okay.
Better saving throw than any of us.
Because it is magical
19.
leather. It's really, to be honest.
Okay, so so you manage to just like pull the scroll away as he casts it, and you bring it back up and finish off the words. What happens?
What happens is I have a wild surge, and while I cast the spell, it shrieks like a shrieker. I don't know what a shrieker is. You need the Monsters Manual for that shit.
The mold. It's a type of mold.
A shrieker.
It is a very loud thing.
Mhm.
Let's see.
I have the manual somewhere. If you
It's a monster fungus. It's a
Don't
monster
look
fungus.
at the manual, you cheaters.
Yeah, don't look at the manual.
That's a good
Fucking
point.
hell.
Yes.
I mean, don't pull a
it's the
Pete
boss
on us
man.
here.
I mean, Tarkus can do it. What are you gonna do to him? He's already dead.
Yeah, you can't kill me
Sure.
again.
True. He's bored.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm
Start
looking at-
rolling your character.
Keep it
Start
going.
rolling your character. Start rolling your new character, look.
It depends on what you guys decide to do next year, but let me see. Oh my god, where is this fungus here? I'm trying to think of where
It's in
under.
Monster Manual 1.
It is fungus. Okay, there it is. Shrieker. Shrieker does a. Shriekers are normally quiet, mindless fungus that are ambulatory. They're dangerous because they're hellish racket they make. A piercing shriek that lasts for 1d3 rounds. The noise has a 50% chance of attracting wandering monster. That's it. It's a hugely powerful
Okay.
noise. Doesn't cause any mechanical changes or dangers though.
Okay. Then
Okay, that's bad
What's your
for us
spell?
because it'll summon
spell
monsters.
is hypnotism. Just the wizard, along with droning incantation, cause 1d6 creatures within the area to become susceptible to suggestion. A brief and reasonable sounding request. Request must be given after the spell is cast. Creatures. So it's a save versus spell. If the creature, if it's cast against a single creature that is meeting my gaze, they save at -2 penalty.
Okay, that would definitely be a -2 penalty then.
Hmm. So I'm gonna suggest to them that they should drop their what's it called when you just like release your magic, so you can drop magic at will. I don't know. It's like
Okay.
I don't think how I could word it reasonably. It's like so you don't need all this magic for just us.
All right, well, he failed his saving throw.
Hey,
They also don't
Okay.
remember that if they fail, they don't remember that I
right.
unspelled it.
Let's play this out. So he goes like, kind of looks at you, and he kind of looks at you and he looks into his eyes, and he says, "Yes, you're right." And like suddenly, the 5 forms sort of like swirl around, and
Mhm.
you just see the one wizard standing there.
Okay. I will. Oh yeah, I can't do much more this turn, but
And that's it. That's your round. That was at 4, 5, 6.
That's
7?
me.
Six, okay.
Six.
Rolling.
Yeah.
Zoom through the
Okay.
wall or smash the wall out.
Okay, so you run to smash the wall, and there's nothing there.
Run on.
Okay. I'll give you one. If you want to charge, I'll give you an
Yeah.
attack.
Okay, yeah. Charge around the corner and just cleave him. Okay.
He says, "Fuck!"
Plus what? 1. Yeah.
+2 to hit,
Mhm.
but you
Oh,
get
plus
no
2.
dex for your AC.
Yeah, okay. 19.
Oh, shit.
That's so 19
Yes.
plus 5. 24. 26. So that's, yeah. AC
26.
minus.
minus 1,000.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I thought you were talking about how much damage you did. I was like, fuck, man.
No.
Lord almighty.
My damage is +7 on it. It's D8.
Mhm.
All right, go
Using
ahead.
that
Well-
was
11. 4 plus 7.
No, get back! Get away! Stay away from me! Stay away from me! All right, so that was at 6, right?
Mhm.
7, 8, 9, Does anybody else have stuff to go? 10?
I'm gonna follow through and charge, but with an attack because I have a 7 speed on the weapon. It would be 10.
All right. 10 then. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Nobody else can go, so.
That's hit a lot. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Is this with your sacred axe?
20. Yes.
It hits him and his grandchildren.
AC -3.
Oh Jesus. Okay, yeah, that'll hit.
And 7 + 7, 14, and 2 from the charging bonus, right?
Yeah.
So 16.
Describe.
Oh, you had 2 damage. Nice one.
No, wait a second. It's not +2 to damage. You're right. It's not +2 to damage. It's only +2 to hit. So actually, he's still alive.
14.
He's still alive.
So 14.
Good kill.
Good.
Almost.
Faux kill.
I was going to say, well, then I have a question then. Since I had an arrow ready to go, I just didn't have anything to hit. Now that I see the walls aren't there, can I fire one shot at the end of the round?
You could fire one shot at the end of the round, but you can't see him because he's on the other side of the wall. He's around the corner.
Follow the charge.
So he's like here.
Feel the rush. Taste the rainbow.
Yeah, he's around the corner, so you actually can't see him. And besides, there's lots of people in the way now. All right, so I think that.
Yeah, but they're just debris.
Yeah. And when I hit him, I say Fort Tarkus.
All right, so that takes us to the end of that round. So let's go ahead and do declarations on the next round. We will start with I think it was last round. It was JB. So Roland, your choice. You get to choose first.
Was he down then?
No, he's up.
The guy.
No, he's
I
up.
was still there.
Yeah, well, because it was 2 damage more than I thought it was, but wasn't. All right, so he's severely injured. He's got a huge axe cut. You like ran him through with your sword. He's like staggering back. Like put his hand in. He's putting his hand up. Stop!
I punch him unconscious.
This is not going to be how it ends.
I chin him.
All right, so you're going at him. What about Tucktrin?
Batter the blade, like bang in the face.
What? So I am going to. Yeah, I'm going to try to kill him.
All right, so you're attacking him. What about Gray Ash?
I'm also swinging for him with the staff.
All right, and then finally, JB, you know there's a lot of action down at the end of that hallway. Would you like to do anything or continue to post guard? JB.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to wrestle with my inner selfishness here.
Run back into the wizard's chamber and loot.
Yeah, actually, I'm actually thinking about that.
That's not such a bad idea because you never know who's coming.
Yeah.
That is your
the
job.
Commotion down there and hearing the wizard lose a lot of blood, I'm gonna head back into the upper room and try to open up that chest.
Okay, so you're going to go over there and try to open up that chest.
Yep.
So you're going to use your lockpicks to open up the chest?
Lockpicks. Yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and make that die roll, and Chris, you roll for the D10 this round. I
just want to specify, I'm using my tumbling and I'm punching him with my gauntlet in the chin. Right, I'm not hitting him with this weapon.
So you use your sword and you're like, nah, I'll just punch him.
Yeah, I'm actually punching him like. So it's like speed factor 3 instead of 7.
Right.
Okay, you just go for the faster attack.
All right, so go ahead and roll your die.
Right, it's D10 7.
Okay. All right, so 7 and then 8.
I'm guessing
So-
I'd maybe go on 8.
Well, you're plus 3, so you're 10. Well, minus, you go on 8, so you can try to unlock the thing at 8. Go ahead and roll unlock.
25. I unlocked it.
It explodes.
Full of spider eggs.
You lot, man.
Breakfast.
What you guys like?
Breakfast.
Yeah, you could start a new cuisine.
Okay, roll. Let's see. Roll me a D20.
Oh no. 18. Hopefully I needed to roll high.
All right. And roll me 2 more d20s.
Oh boy. Seven and 11. I got a whole spread.
Okay. All right, yeah, so you managed to unlock the chest, and you notice that there is a all right, so you see there are a bunch of like normal clothing and stuff. You see there's a leather case and some other things within. You see.
Okay. We can look at this after the fighting
Yeah.
is over if you want to get back to the other guys.
All right, yeah. So, okay, so 7, that was 8. Anybody else go on 8? Okay, so on 8, the wizard opposite of you has he makes a couple of motions with his hands, and as he does, you see a sort of a rectangular opening appear as he moves his fingers in the air at the
Dimension
end
door.
of this thing, and he steps through this door.
Fuck.
I grew at him.
Let me see here. And the door closes behind him.
Yeah, of course. It's like a
Did-
quick slip.
Yep.
In it.
He slips through this door and disappears.
Yeah.
He doesn't appear next to JB by any chance.
I drop to my knees and I go, curse you, wizard.
He might still be close by.
No, I'm just going fucking thing.
I mean, he's hurt and he's not going to stick around. Not unless he was hiding an army of clerics in his pocket.
All
I
right.
stumble back. And
All right, so
look
that was at
something-
8. Number
something.
9. What about at 9? 10, 11, 12, 10. You went on 10, Roland, so you can't
Yeah.
like, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
I punched in air.
So irritated.
Irritated.
Mega villain. Oh, you're lucky to get away.
Villain got away and Tarkus is dead. I don't know what you're
But it could have been a lot worse.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, that lightning bolt could have gotten in the room and fried all of us.
Right. So if we're back in, are we still round by round? Or are we back
No,
in?
we're out of initiative actually here. So
I think there's a Boromir moment with me then, as I go over to Tarquin and like lift him up, like and look at him, and like kiss his brow and go, "Oh no!" Like I like get a sack and prepare him to take him. We must go straight back with the treasure, everything to Hommlet, and plead upon the folk
well,
there.
there isn't likely anybody in Hommlet that could bring him back, but Verbabank is an option.
Not even at the Church of St. Cuthbert.
Mm,
We
yeah,
pay
maybe
him
the church. Maybe the
thousands
church.
of gold.
Yeah. They could make it happen.
I'll take my belt off, like, and put it in the sack to go in towards.
Oh, just like so sadly, you literally just put it on. You're like, oh, put it into. He only held the title for like 15 minutes.
I also kiss the belt and go, "At least I wore you once in combat." You see, like,
All right, so let's do this really quick. Let's take a 5-minute bio break, and then we can come back and you can explore this area here. Sound good? 5
Sounds
minutes.
good.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
All right.
Roger.
Your game is important to us. Please stand by. Your GM would like you to know that dice rolls performed in his absence will not be counted. Long bathroom breaks have been shown as an effective way of building anticipation in a role-playing game. The gods frown upon players who peek behind their GM screen. Yes, I will snitch on you. Your GM is temporarily unavailable. Please stand by. Wouldn't it be nice to refill your GM's drink right now? GMing is thirsty work. Your GM would like you to know that your next saving throw may very well be your last. And remember, if life hands you lemonade, kick it in the balls and say, "I wanted a beer, bitch." Your game is important to us. Please stand by. Excessive dice rolling is a leading cause of repetitive stress injuries among gamers. Remember, don't sweat the small stuff. Gnomes, for example. After being in there this long, your GM is hungry. Feed the GM. Your game is important to us. Please stand by. Try not to step on the brownies. It's during long pauses such as these that we often grow philosophical and ponder the deeper questions of gaming. Just where did that tiger keep those 20 silver pieces?
Look, Rob still has the ominous music going.
That was ice.
Yeah, he gave us some interlude music, and now we're back to this.
I wish we could have that all the while in like interlude. That's fantastic. I feel really relaxed.
Feeling really relaxed from that battle?
No, I was tense, but after that interlude music, I'm now relaxed. That was great. I love that. I love that interlude music. It was amazing. Where did you get that? Wow.
YouTube GM hold music. YouTube GM hold music. It's a great little thing. All right, so yeah, so here's the deal. Before we continue on further than this, Luke, I give you the choice. I mean, they can potentially bring you back to life if you want that. If you want to, do that option, or you can make a new character, and we'll kind of let them know that was your wishes.
I don't mind if the party's invested in keeping Tarkus alive, then I'm all for continuing to play Tarkus.
All right.
It saves me the pain of drawing up a new character and coming up with new names and stuff. But I'm happy to roll a new character if people would like to save their money, like that drow.
I mean, in the next room, we could very well have Larkus Evening Glow.
I mean, yeah. That sounds.
We got enough money. They didn't really get the last guy because his head was smashed to pulp.
If you think about it, right, we've actually got the map. Right, that's a critical piece of information. Also, Tarkus is like a believer in his faith. So, like, once I've got Arva having a bit of a cry in a whale, I think if you brought him back to life, it'd be doubly, like, loyal. And like, I have adventured with him. I have adventured with him for many years.
Oh yeah, let's get into
Roland have been together for years.
Let's get this in character then. Okay, so this is happening. The guy is dead, or the wizard has disappeared. And as the moments turn into minutes, and it's clear that it's fled, and that you're safe, you have the time to contemplate the fact that one of your own didn't make it through the battle. So what would you like to do here?
I say that we loot everything we can lay our hands on or nearby without going too much further, and then fall back to the tower, loot again everything we see, then fall back to Hommlet with the body of Tarkus, and there I will commit my share of the treasure to bringing him back to life. I do not expect the same of you all, but I would do it all for you as well. For such is it fair.
If we can, we should.
It's Monty Hall, ain't it, man? We're getting thousands of gold and stuff.
I mean, it's first edition, so like they were reliant upon gold for XP, so they give you a shitload of gold, but there's also part of it is like you die all the time and like you pay for getting brought back to life.
Yeah.
And then you lose a point of con and stuff like that, and it's got its fucking consequences. You might cast it and it might fail. It's a resurrection survival roll.
Yeah. You can also see I'm completely fucked up.
It's a great game. Remember, it's a game of high magic where we know there is an afterlife.
David, do you remember when and I forget what character it was, but we were playing Desert or Desolation, and one of the players died from poison.
Yeah.
And they didn't clear the poison first, so they brought him back to life, and he failed his poison.
Yeah, that was me. I was the one that didn't clear the poison first.
Oh no.
And died a second time.
So yeah, trust the elf to loot, the drow to loot the fuck out of everything, man. And just stand. I just guard his body. I'll put him in a sack and lift him onto my shoulder.
In sack, a large one this time.
Does anyone have any healing?
Yes, I do.
You could spare some.
Yes, hold on. Let me do the thing here.
Yeah. I'm literally on 3 hit points.
Well, I'm definitely gonna heal you. So
yeah,
I'm looking through my.
I kill anything but a spider.
I only killed a spider, so.
Yeah.
Well, that's because
Mage
you didn't
had
get your
one more
+2.
HP than I do.
Well, let's see. Hold on. There's a. Just making sure I don't have any other healing stuff.
It's essentially 20,000 gold pieces to bring back from the dead.
We've got a good chunk of that. We've got a good chunk of that.
For a raised dead.
Listen, we've got a dwarf man who's a master negotiator, and they owe him a favour. They owe you a favour, do they not? Be sure with the surplus magic weapons and all the bits and bobs here, the evidence we could bring, we could share with them the map. Not give it to them, but we could share a copy.
Well, we'll get into the details of that offline, but I'll tell you right now, they don't even normally do it for those who are not of the faith. So the favor is that they're even willing to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So, but anyway, for the time being, you're in this room.
I mean, they could suffer a horrible burglary, and then our favor would be giving them back their stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to cast some Cure Lights on you, for sure.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me get to Cure Light here. It's just a standard D8, isn't it? Okay. So I am going to... let's see. Oh, there's an 8.
Mhm.
There's a 1. And there's a 6.
8.
15.
All right.
That's 3. So that gets me up to 18.
1 second here. Let's see.
Imagine that, man, with your magical burnt hands and face.
Yeah, I'm just like, I imagine like the skin's peeling off as like new skin's growing back, because like my flesh is just charred. I'm fucked up.
See, I've got
Worst sunburn ever.
let's see.
Dude, burning hands is not to be trifled with. Seriously.
No,
Yeah.
it can be really good. Yeah. Let's
Especially since
see.
this guy is like pretty high level.
How's everybody else looking health-wise? When I look around, does anybody look beat up? Okay. How bad do you still look, JB?
I didn't get
Or not?
touched.
Not JB. I mean Grayash.
I look better than your mom does.
I'm at 18 of 23,
shit.
so
That's impossible. Your mother can't grow a fine beard.
I was about to say the same. JB doesn't have a beard.
I'm only down 5 HP currently. So,
Well,
so
you're
I'm
not
like
much
looking
on
okay,
that,
but
You're okay.
still
okay.
like slightly burnt.
Ow, 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 it hurts. Put some
Wild
calamine
charring on his
calamine.
robes.
It really hurts.
All right, so
Uh,
JB, you did open up that one chest. And so you actually found within their garments, you found some garotes, like, you know, the things you, like, you know, choke people to death with.
Garrot.
Garrots.
Yeah.
Garrot.
Garrot,
Okay.
yes.
We always
Garrote.
pronounce it garrote, but I guess that's probably garrot.
I
Yeah,
always heard
it's-
Garrot.
It's probably right. I mean, that's how we pronounced it when I was in high school, so we were probably wrong. There
I
is
mean,
a-
that's what happens when you're on ecstasy doing raves.
Oh, that's true. I forgot. I'm tripping right now, or I'm rolling. So there,
No, that's Roland.
you find a vial, a metal vial marked acid.
Convenient.
A small, triangular shaped potion container of some sorts. It's got liquid in it, and the leather case, it has 6 small bottles in it, marking different types of poisons.
You are lucky that he told you that and you didn't just drink it.
I mean, we found some potions earlier that we didn't drink. We decided to look at them before we broke one. I know better than to drink anything I find in a place that is filthy.
Mm.
Not me, I say. That wine was delicious, but yes, true. Somebody could have piddled in it.
I think we can
How
all
much
agree
chance they
that
left their spell book in their room, just sitting around.
the metal vial marked acid is going to be used for the guy who killed Tarkus.
Okay.
Oh, woe is me that you are dead, fellow brother. I will take you back to a quiet graveyard. I whisper to him like he's not dead.
I'm not dead yet.
Well, I've got low wisdom, haven't I, and stuff, and I'm like a bit
I'm getting
Ooh.
better.
shook.
I don't want to go on the cart.
So there's lots of stuff to explore still. The northern room, you've only really basically barely explored because you started and then like these spiders appeared. By the way, the spiders have disappeared now. And then the south room, Tucktrin kicked the door in and you saw what was within, but you haven't explored that at all. And there was another door leading out of that room as well that you have not explored.
Well, so this is what I'm going to do. I'll stand watch if you want to survey the area. That damned wizard could show his face at any time.
Based on his use of walls of force, I think we should all stay fairly close to each other.
That is a good tactical decision. Yes.
Until he's dead.
I will stay next to you or near you. I do pick up Tucktrin now. Even if I'm at -6 or whatever, and put him over my shoulder. And I'll stay within.
You mean Tarkus?
Sorry. It's the memory loss. And then
Tucktrin's like, oh!
Yeah. Well, no. Tucktrin's just confused because he didn't call me Tarquin.
Wipe my brow and pick him up. And
to be fair, it's been a month since we played.
No, he's called me Tarquin since the beginning.
I know.
That's
why he didn't call you Tarquin this time, because he's forgotten the month that happened. That passed. All right, so you're kind of doing some guarding. What's happening with looting, moving on, and all that stuff? What are you up to? The rest of you. Do some things. Do what you want to do.
Going to scour that room and take everything that we can that could be useful. Definitely taking the map.
Yeah, I'll check.
What level are you, Pete?
I am level 6.
Okay.
I don't.
All right, you walk over. You walk over to the map. And you go over to look at it, and that looks funny. That something about it looks really funny to you.
No.
Stop rolling.
Oh no.
It's explode.
All right, so you look over, you walk up to the map, and you're looking at it, you're drawn into it, and it blows up in your face. You take 20 points of damage, no saving throw.
Okay.
And the map is obviously totally destroyed.
God damn it.
Who else was in the room there with him?
I'm unfortunately still alive.
Who else was in the room there with him?
I don't know.
I'm outside, obviously, stand and watch. So no, not me.
I was wherever JB was.
Oh no!
So you were with JB.
He was carrying a meat shield.
Yeah, I'm carrying Tarkus on my back, and I'm next to JB.
All right, so you take 20 points of damage as well because you're within 10 feet. Okay. Oh no!
I thought it was
no. You get a save versus spells.
Oh. Okay. Make a save.
Just you. Because you didn't actually read it.
Okay. On my dice. 20. 17. Oh, yeah, it's a pass.
Okay.
Warriors, level 4. Spell is 16. Fucking hell, just pass.
Yep. So you take 10 points of damage as you manage to take a couple steps back as it explodes.
Okay.
Ow.
The other than that, though, you start moving around the room. Let me re-describe it to you again. So it's the room is obviously the chamber of a magic user. A thaumaturgic triangle stands at the threshold. You walked over that, no problem. The shelving which girdles the place is filled with all sorts of stuffed and mummified animals and such. A cloak with strange runes hangs near the east door, A large bed is here with a small cabinet, a stool, a writing table, and oddly branched candle holder. A brazier and a pair of hanging lamps near the bed. A wall cresset is in the southeast corner opposite the bed. A rush mat covers the plain floor. A parchment with runes hangs on the east wall by a door. Another on the south wall opposite the entrance seems to be a map of the dungeon level. So you've looked at the map on the dungeon level on the south, and it exploded. But there are many other things to look at. Would you like to
Okay, then.
Everybody that was outside of the room heard an explosion from inside the room.
Oh, not again.
I shouted, "Is he back?"
I check the survivability of the party.
Yeah. I run back in thinking the guy's back blowing people up. So I come charging into the room with my axes out.
All right. Well, you see that like a couple of your party members are a little more crispy than they were moments ago. The southern wall is like all blackened.
I'm gonna check. Right. The bed. Was there something by the bed, under the bed?
You can check over there.
The map.
The map is gone. It's destroyed.
I don't know that yet.
I thought he said there was a coffer near the bed, or by the bed by a stool or something. Was there?
A large bed is here with a small cabinet, a stool, a writing table, an oddly branched candle holder, a brazier, and a pair of hanging lamps near the bed.
Grab the candle holder, right, and then look inside the small. Was it cabinet? Inside the small cabinet. Yeah, do that. That's what I do.
All right, so looking at the cabinet, and there's several books, clothing, and several books. They're unremarkable works of history and botany.
Right. The candle holder.
Yeah.
It's an imp, and it bites your hand. Save versus death. Oh, okay. Fuck. That's what I'm sensing.
All right, so the odd candle holder, it's an ancient work in electrum, and you're looking at the candle holder, and it's beautiful. Like it's this ancient ornamental candle holder. Definitely, you're like, I mean, to you, it's like, oh, this looks valuable. Do you have appraisal?
No.
Okay.
I do, but you need to give me a minute.
Time enough, I say. Eating a brief snack, and I'll just wang it in my hessian sack.
What about Grey Ash? What's he up to?
And the books. Don't forget the books.
I'm scared to go in the room, so I'm just like exploring outside the room, like checking all the walls in this area, like going around. I want to like feel this water, see if it's like cold, fresh.
It's not water; it's actually flames.
And this? I don't feel the water.
There's no water yet. It's flames. It was a liquid that was ignited, so it's like a gasoline, basically.
Okay, yeah, I don't drink that then.
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like check the walls down here around what everyone else is doing, whatever.
Oh shit.
I want to heal JB.
Thank you.
Okay.
The second level version of the heal is it like a D8 +1 or something, or I don't.
Are you talking about the cure moderate wounds? I believe it's a D10 +1 from it's in Spells and Magic, and it is second level. Cure moderate wounds is a D10 +1.
Oh, okay.
Second level spell.
Okay, so so I'll cast that twice. So 17
Nice.
total.
Wow, that's pretty close.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. So I say
This is
blessing
why I
of
tried to
clanging
keep
it
my
over
party
you.
alive.
I'm
What was that?
doing the best I can. I have some spells left, but not many.
All right,
I appreciate it, friends.
Oh, I like this background
So
music.
you see David Gray Ash is searching around through the room, right? And you're like kind of looking, and you move to the spot where your character is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like you're moving stuff around, and you're like, kind of looking, and you see like with your foot you shuffle, and you see that it looks like there is a stone that's like loose, like you step on it, it's like, it's kind of moving, and you could
for
like
God's sake.
pull it up if you wanted to, and there would be a secret passage beyond.
Oh,
Oh, okay. It's not like a loose stone that fucking killed me.
No.
no, that was in the room. That's the one I looked at.
Yeah. So it's like a tunnel going downwards, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. And we've come in too deep. We need to get out of this fucking place.
Once I like move it, see as like a tunnel go down, I'm gonna put it back like exactly where it was. So it doesn't look like it's been tampered with.
Okay. I'll tell you this. You look in it like when you move it a little bit, and it seems like it has not been used in ages. It's like filled with like cobwebs and dust and everything like that. You are not a tracker. In fact, we established that last time. You're like a -11 to your tracking check.
But I can still
So
tell.
it's impossible for you almost. But even this, it's like, wow, that looks like nobody's been in this chamber for ages. Who knows?
Okay.
All right, let's move back into the other room. Some healing has happened. JB, what are you going to do now that you've been healed after examining the map thoroughly with your face?
I'm going to carefully
And I'll back out of the room after I heal it.
look at some of the other things in the room without getting too close to them.
Okay.
And I'm also going to see if the other door in this room is locked or check it for traps.
The other door?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is not locked. Hold on a second here. It is not locked, and there doesn't appear to be any traps on it.
All right. Then I'm going to announce to the people in the room, I'm going to open this door if everybody wants to get ready for something to explode.
Whoa. Wait there a second. I'll get out the room.
I'm going to do the usual thing and try to open it in a direction that does where I'm not looking into it when I open it.
Okay. All right, you open the door, and you see a small chamber beyond. The door to the east opens up to a 10-foot square workroom. Inside are a few bottles containing various spell components, a bench, 6 stabs of various woods, and 6 metal, bone, and ivory rods. A shelf holds 9 wands. Here is also a brass chest protected by a lock, iron banding, and hasp with large padlock.
What was that last bit? Something with a large hasp and padlock. What was that?
It's a brass chest protected by a lock, iron binding, and a hasp with a large padlock.
Okay.
Well, let's go grab Gray Ash first from wherever he's wandering about, and let's see if
He's
we
out
can't
in the
outfit him
other
with some.
room.
Yeah, but I can't see him because I still have ringing in my ears. I've got a high-pitched buzzing. It's been there since high school.
All right, so Roland, Tuctrin, either one of you want to do anything before?
Yes, loads. I take all the books. I roll up the mat. I look under the bed. I take the linens off the bed and fold them up so they're worth something and not flea-ridden. Fucking if it ain't nailed down, mate, I'll turn it over and stuff. Like look under the bed, look under the mattress, cut open the mattress, cut open the pillows if I can feel anything in them.
You just
That
shred
is
the room.
true. Everything's coming with us anyway.
Then poisons, whack them in the bag. Anything at all in the bag. But yeah, I'll particularly roll up the mat and I particularly take the books.
So here's the deal. So like you're doing all that, right? And like as you're kind of going through everything, it doesn't seem like this stuff isn't really valuable. You know what I mean? You're like going through it and like it's just a bunch of crap. I mean, sure, it looks kind of fancy, I guess, but like there's like you're ripping stuff open and it's like none of it is of real value.
We're looting a Wish.com wizard.
Yeah, that's it. Nailed it. That's so funny.
All right, so at this point, what about Tucktrin?
So while he's doing that, I'm gonna go check in on Grey Ash because he's not with us, right?
No.
Yeah,
right. I don't know that. You just disappeared, and so I'm gonna go try to find Graham. Like, wait a minute, where's Grey Ash? Because I ran into the room when I heard the explosion, healed JB, and now we found this other door. I haven't seen Grey Ash in a while.
All right, roll perception check for me real quick.
Okay. I rolled a 4.
Okay, so yeah, you're like, oh shit, where's Grey Ash? And you kind of move to the edge and you look around the corner. You see Grey Ash is like putting this like stone panel back in place at the end of the hallway there.
Okay. Grey Ash, are you okay?
Yeah, I found this. I assumed we wouldn't have time to search more random rooms, so I was trying to at least put it back to where it was.
What is it? What did you find?
There's like a tunnel here to another room. Doesn't look like anyone's been here ever in ages.
Maybe it's a hidden escape route, possibly.
One could wish. I wasn't going to go in there by myself. I don't know how. I assume we're expediting.
I would think so. Have we? They found another room inside of I assume, the wizard's room. Did you finish looking around in the room where we found the spiders?
I don't think we've searched the room properly. We kind of got interrupted.
All right. Well, should we do that while they finish the other room?
Yeah. I don't have any magic left to help with that room. Hopefully they don't get themselves blown up.
So, yeah. So basically, I'll just walk over with him and start searching this other room. You know, see if there's anything hidden wall compartment.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah.
You trigger more spiders.
So you start looking around the room, and I've been rolling really good for your finding stuff, David, with Grey Ash. So you're looking around, and there is, you see there's like this chest that's sitting open and has been, looted out. It's kind of like lying there, and there's a bunch of other stuff. And you look down at the chest as you're looking, moving stuff around, and
it's got false bottom.
It has a false top, actually. You can tell.
Stop predicting the GM.
I know, right?
Okay. I will have a look at it. Does it look like it can be opened easily?
Yeah, it looks like it can be opened fairly easily.
I'll give it a go. I don't think anyone would trap a hidden compartment, but maybe they would.
Okay, make a saving throw versus poison.
Cool. They did trap the hidden compartment.
Oh my god.
As I'm thinking, no one would trap a hidden compartment.
It was so perfectly said.
Poison is 14. It's in that one.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god.
Listen to this. The chest has a false top. Its catch is protected by a needle trap coated with poison type D. Save or die.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
So you like pull it open and you're like, oh fuck. And you just collapse to the ground. Now, I actually have read a lot about poison in doing research for this game. When you save or die, you can still have neutralized poison cast on you that next round, and you will not die. So, Tuckrin, you're there with him. He's like, he's like, oh fuck, and you can see, and like, there's like this little bead of blood on his thumb, and then he just kind of goes woozy and falls to the ground. What do you want to do?
Well, I would really, really like to get rid of that poison. I think that would be a really good thing to do. However, I can't.
Oh no.
Marcus only had slow poison, but he's a corpse.
Right.
Oh,
That's all I have is slow poison. But I can't get rid of the poison.
What does slow poison do?
Slow poison,
what level spell is it?
It's a 2nd level spell. It says
and you have it prayed for?
No, and that's the other problem.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're fucked.
Yeah, so
I have this small triangular shaped potion container with liquid in it. Is anyone able to tell if that's a poison antidote?
I can't tell, but I could just dump shit down your throat and see what happens. Down his throat.
JB has that stuff. You're in a different room. Like, this is not.
Oh yeah,
you have
no way.
You have a round. You have something to do.
Damn.
With one round, there's nothing I can do. I don't have anything against poison.
All right. Well, you're just scrambling around. You're like, what can I fucking do? Do you want to do anything? I know you can't do anything, but do you want to do anything? You see that the thing is opened, and there's like, there is within a bunch of gems, a couple of pieces of jewelry, and then there's a belt within the top.
Well, if it's special, I would assume if you're gonna hide it with a trap, I'm gonna grab the belt and wrap the belt around his waist. Maybe it will save his life. I have no idea. Maybe it's magical. I'm gonna guess.
No, it's not. You're just on a Hail Mary, and unfortunately,
I got nothing.
It does not work as gray ash falls to the poison within.
Because neutralized poison is a 4th level spell, so nobody here can even get it.
To die.
No one's even high enough level to have it.
Oh.
About to die.
So it goes with 1st edition D&D.
Yeah.
Reload last save.
Yeah, no shit. Wow. 2 out of 5. Okay.
Damn.
I just call from across the hall. Gray Ash is down. He has fallen.
Yeah, you all hear that.
That's all I need to hear. I'm sprinting over there.
All right. His body is growing cold.
I just point at the needle, poison. And I'm just like, he found a compartment in the chest and was struck by this needle. There's nothing I can do to help him.
Lucky enough to find the secret chest, secret hidden compartment. Unlucky enough to roll a 1 on the damn save.
Fuck.
Always open them away from you.
We need to take our fallen and leave this place.
Agreed.
I'll pick up Gray Ash. I'll growl, swipe the gems, and let's get the hell out of here.
You're just leaving everything else behind?
Yeah, we can't really carry it all when we're carrying 2 bodies.
We can carry the wands. We could take the wands and the rods.
True.
I've got the wands.
God, dude.
I grabbed the rods.
All right, so you were turning over the room, by the way. This is very lucky. You were turning over the room, Roland, and while you were turning over the room and throwing stuff aside, you noticed this scraping on the southeastern corner of the room. And you find another secret door. In the southeastern corner of the main larger 20 by 20 foot chamber.
Ooh.
It looks like it's been used a lot. Like you can see this like scrape open and closed.
Oh, okay. I open it.
All right. You open it and you can see beyond is a passageway. And you can see that at the end of the passageway, all the way at the end on the left, there's another door, small door, just like this one. It's actually open a bit.
He's fucking gone into here, ain't he? That fucking wizard. He's fucking gone in here, then he's run through there.
There's no telling at this point. Whichever way leads us out of this place. It would make sense he would have some type of fast escape route if he needed it.
Mm-hmm.
Pour oil on the floor. Go back to I shout, another passageway. And then I go and get oil. Right, and I chuck oil on the floor, man. So if it goes through it, you fucking
make a perception check for me.
13, so I passed by 2.
You smell like a hearth and feel like a certain warmth. In fact, maybe your eyes have like accustomed to it slightly, and you can see like maybe like a warm glow here. You don't hear any sounds or anything. Anything else you want to do? That's it.
Well, what the rest of the players doing? I want to run anything.
Yeah, we can go to the other people. Tuktrin, JB. That's it.
Yeah. So I've picked up Gray Ash and said, look, we need to leave.
If we keep going, we're going to act out of rage. We're not going to be thinking clearly, and we're going to be way outnumbered.
Yes, we are now very undermanned for this.
Yeah.
Just stand with me one more moment. Stand by the doorway.
What is it that you are attempting to do?
I'm going to burn out this passageway, and then I'm going to go fucking in there and have a look.
Make it quick.
Next we see, I'm casting like fucking a torch or a piece of burnt pillow or his bedding onto the fucking oil, Rob.
Oh my God. It lights everything up, burning away all the cobwebs and everything like that. You burn, and there's just like this whoosh of heat, like cleansing heat in a way, mimicking the turmoil in Roland's heart and soul. But it does seem to have cleaned out the area. And it kind of dies down.
Shield off, short sword in hand. Well, no, bastard sword in hand, one-handed. And I'll just nip down the bottom there. It's a fair walking place. And then go through the door.
Okay. All right. So you see another chamber at the end of the room, at the end of the passageway.
Of course there is.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
A 10 by 30 foot room is certainly where the magic user inhabiting the room to the north actually studied his works. Here are all manner of magical apparatus. To the north, a workbench runs about 15 feet along the wall near the door. The wall here is lined in shelves with all sorts of bins and containers. Over a small fireplace hang several kettles, a brazier, furnace, and bellows are nearby, and there's obviously a fire in the fireplace right now, kind of crackling really low, like it hasn't been maintained for a bit. Along the south wall is a high writing desk flanked by a pair of book stands, each with an unopened tome. At the far end of the room are a table, high-backed chair, and an open cabinet. Upon the table are a green cup, an iron box, a scattering of gems, several potion bottles, and a leather case. The cabinet holds 3 iron coffers, a crystal ball, a tall, pointed black hat, a box of reddish wood, a long brass wand, and 5 large books, and a small ceramic statuette.
Rob the lot.
You just take all the shit?
If you want me to list them in order, yeah.
All right, so let's go. Yeah, we can go piece by piece. So,
I go back to the door. Yeah. Right, and I shout back to the players, "Massive hall!" And then I'll plod back up. Then I plod back over to there. See if they come in to loot, help me loot or not. It's up to them.
We'll come in because we can't stay divided for too long. But
yeah, we got to stay together.
Yeah, at this point.
Right, I'll take the statue in first.
Okay, so you start grabbing shit, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll pack away as much as we can.
Like sweep the gems in. You know, the
crystal ball,
thing.
Figurine, brass wand, pointed hat.
Yeah. I'm very simple.
And there's the like I said, there's also a leather case and
describe leather case. How big?
Okay. Yeah, so leather case here. Let's see. There's so much shit here. First of all, the bins have various spell components, so they're totally filled with, spell components and stuff like that. On the stands are 2 different books. One is bound in leather, one is bound in bronze, and they're covered in runes. The cup on the table
last.
is
shout
made
out
out
to
of
everybody. Rob, as we point at the books, I go, leave those till last, and we'll do in case like last time if they blow up. One of us should pick it up last. So leave those. I say, carry on.
So there's 9 gems. There's a jade. The cup is made out of jade. 3 potions. The leather case, it's like, it's kind of flat and somewhat narrow, and long. So it's maybe like, a foot long, maybe like 3 inches wide, maybe 3 inches thick, like a square, like in, like
a writing satchel. No,
it's more like a harder leather case, sort of.
Pick the whole case up, put it in the fucking sack.
Okay. There's an iron box as well.
How big is it?
I don't know, like maybe 12 by 16 by 10 inches deep. Right. It's pretty heavy.
Look at JB for that one.
It's locked, you said?
I do not know. Put it in the danger pile. I actually pick it up. I say, stand back, out the room. And I pick it up, that box, and I put it by the books for now. What else is there?
There is the 3 iron coffers. Just picking them up, you can tell that they have coin in it.
I risk this. I open them, all 3 of the coffers. Boxes.
Okay. Yeah, they're filled with coin. One has platinum, one has gold, and one has electrum in it.
Fucking payday. Okay. Look at this. I say, I point. Grab them then. Fuck it on new sack.
Yep.
Open a new sack. Yeah. Whack them in. I mean, we're up to a lot. I don't care, man. I'm going to delete loot, even if I'm over encumbered. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's fine. Yeah. There's a reddish wooden box. Yeah, there's a reddish wooden box. It's
Into the danger pile. I don't know
okay.
what that is. That's not obvious. What else?
There's the cabinet, and in the cabinet are 5 large books bound in strange leather, clasped with iron and locked.
Right. That's his spell fucking kit, innit? That's definitely going to be dangerous. So, JB, this is your territory. What do you want to do now? Do you want to just... What do you want to... Are you willing to risk checking? And we'll put that to one side and then check it and we'll be ready to run in and heal you. Or...
All right, so we'll call it 5 matching volumes and then 1 bronze bound book and 1 leather bound book that you find in there that are, you know, of importance. There's also a crystal ball in a little stand.
I think he grabbed that, didn't he?
Did somebody grab it?
He did, didn't he? He did like a golem on it or whatever it was. Put like a fucking cloth over it and grabbed it or something. I don't know. Didn't the dwarf grab it?
The crystal ball? I don't know. Did somebody grab it?
Yeah, we're throwing it in a bag for sure.
All right, and then there's a long brass wand.
Chuck it in.
Okay. That's it, pretty much. That's looting. I mean, that's all the obvious.
Right.
Nothing is hidden around the room. So you like looking around and there's really nothing particularly hidden.
So there's a wood box left. There's a mystery box, metal box thing. And then there's the 2 books. Right, I'll just pick the 2 books up and put them in the sack.
Okay.
And then I'll leave the rest to JB to decide what to do. Is you got a wooden box with, I don't know what the fuck that's going to be doing in it. And then we've got, the mystery box, and then we've got these spell books. What do you think, JB?
Do you have a bag of holding? You guys have a bag of holding, right?
No.
You don't have a bag of holding?
No, we never had that.
Wow.
Nope.
Okay.
Our selfish DM never gave us one.
Selfish. Look at all this shit you guys are getting right now. You
Well,
guys really rolled well on the Find Secret Door stuff. I've rolled several ones today. That was really lucky in a way.
But it only counts if we can get out of here alive.
That is true.
Right, I leave this room now with all the loot on my back, like fucking distributed as best I can across my back, like dragging Tarquin on like a fucking piece of linen or whatever it is off the bed. I'm gonna have to drag him until we get, because when we're gonna need to go up the tower.
Yeah.
So I'll just wait there to decide to see what JB.
I suggest we everything that we're not opening, we take with us so we can open it when we're not in a basement that could collapse in on us.
I agree. I think we get right back to the tower, fucking take everything to the tower, then do best we can to get away with as much as we can, right, as fast as we can to somewhere else, right, and recoup.
And try to bring our people back if we can.
We cannot carry on without Greyhawk. We cannot carry on without Tarquin.
Well, I know it's out of character, but I'm dead, but we saved that mage that has the Ring of Regeneration. Can that bring us back? Would we know that?
You have to be alive wearing it. You have to be when you're killed.
Okay.
Can I use a plot point?
Well,
so the temple has now claimed how many lives? 4. 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so
who else?
Previous group, your previous guys and stuff. I don't know who died.
Oh yeah, just the one guy, Ren, right? Just the ranger.
Yeah, just the one.
The dwarf or the redheaded priest of the sun or whatever.
Yeah, sun priest.
Yeah, the sun priest. Yeah,
or Pelor or whatever, whoever he was.
Pretty much on par with what I was expecting.
So that's my suggestion. Immediate fallback and a bit of role play. Maybe at the end.
Absolutely.
Okay, so here's what we'll do then. So you get all of your things and you begin your journey backwards back. It's a harrowing return journey. Moving through passageways, Is there anything else you want to do, or should I? Because we're at the end of the session. I want to figure out.
No, we will. I think we just want to retrace the steps where we came, so we have a less likely chance of seeing anything new.
And I want to finish healing everyone up for the trip out of here. If there is anybody low, is anybody really injured still?
I got burnt for 10, but I've got I'm still looking fairly healthy. I'd rather you keep it for an emergency. Okay. I'm only a little tiny bit crispy. Don't worry. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm 29 out of 32, so I'm good.
All right. So you move your way from here. You're loaded down with things. Most importantly, the bodies of your companions.
Yeah.
You're moving slowly, and it is a total slog. You're injured. You're tired. You're drained. From even all the magical energies that have gone through your body, whether it be divine or, well, I guess in the case of the remaining 3, it just would be divine magic. But there are these passages, some of which are not very large, that you're having to kind of move your way through, and it takes you hours to get back out of the place.
Yeah. Fuck.
But it really hasn't been that long, because you went down here, you did this thing, and then you looted, you came back up. So you basically have spent a day. And by the time that you get back up to the tower and you're able to see, night is falling. The last stars, the last of the sun, the light is starting to fade, and the stars are rising. And that you're still, I think it's 2 hours away from Nulb, and a couple days from Hommlet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to take over on this. I hope you guys don't mind. But you're not going to stay in the tower, are you? Were you planning on staying in the tower?
No, I think we want to get as far away as possible.
Yeah. So what you do is
one suggestion, maybe, if the drow quickly steals a horse from Mulb, maybe it would help. On the way back, we could load everything onto it and still go on foot.
We can get to all that, but for now, you drag the bodies and yourselves out into your camp area that you had before, which was about an hour outside of the Temple of Elemental Evil, where you found this sort of safe zone, sort of outside of the temple's influence, where all of the plants and stuff weren't as twisted and everything. You found this safe area to camp, and you exhaustedly make your way there, collapsing, from a day, and the 3 of you, haggard but weighted down with treasures, and the 2 bodies of your friends. And so I think what we'll do is we'll stop right here, and I want to ask you this before we continue on, before we leave, because is everybody good for next week, by the way?
Yeah, it should be.
Let's see. Let me check my schedule. I should be.
Okay. If everybody's good, I am good too. So I give us 2 options. We can either play out all of the stuff that you guys are probably going to do right now, which would be bringing back the people to life, exploring all of the items, identifying, doing all of that. Or we could just say that you're going to take a month of downtime.
Yeah, I agree.
And you can heal. I'll let you identify all of the items, and you can try to bring back the other people, and we will start next time at the end of that month, and we can sort of discuss things, what we want to do in the chat, if there's any sort of specific things. So do you guys prefer that second option then?
Yeah, I think we should just do the time jump.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the time jump, depending on what we figure out, either we end up somehow being able to raise our dead companions, or if not, if they have to make new characters, we have met new companions in that month. You know what I mean? It just Does that make sense?
So say Tarquin says, I don't want to play him, I actually want to play this ranger or something. We could just say, the spell didn't work, or we didn't cast it, or whatever, and get it right for next week. Yeah, brilliant. So people can think and then make decisions.
That was super hard. Those guys are fucking brutally difficult. Like those guys are so fucked up.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're basically like
we got into a scrap, and then you made us wait like an entire month. Handed to us.
I know. Well, that's the thing. It was like there was so much still going on. I mean, I knew the wizard is equally or maybe even worse than the assassin. All right. Well, let me give you guys some XP, and we'll do that. So.
Can I just say another thing? Can I just say one more thing?
That room was the assassin's room. That makes no wonder the fucking trap bullshit.
Don't forget, if we get a month, so does the temple. And
Yeah,
maybe
Oh, I know.
and if we do take a month
What you want
out,
about the temple's in stasis?
well,
temples in stasis.
We've got to accept that.
We turned the fuse box off when we left.
Pause.
I want. All right. So this is what has to happen. We have to resurrect Greyash. He has to research the spell Save State.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's definitely a wild magic spell.
I think that gives the GM lots of options moving forward. If you do that, anybody can either resurrect, make a new character. We can move forward with a bank of XP or some money or wherever. The GM can just go, I've had it all up. We can let's have a rule. You know, the thief has to keep stealing to get some XP. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, how many of us are there? 6, 5? How many in the party?
5.
Why don't we just turn a blind eye to him robbing 20% of the gold every time?
Well, no, he gets it for the treasure obtained. I'm not making him steal it. Like he's.
Oh, thank God! Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, he needs it.
Not for lack of trying.
I mean, thieves need to be higher level than everybody else. They actually
yeah.
like weaker, so they need that. You know, so everybody gets 1,000 and let's see here. 1,004 XP. 1,004
if
XP.
you survive the session.
Well, I'm just giving it to you, everybody. I give it to everybody. You'll if you come back to life, you'll certainly have learned from the experience.
I love that game.
So that's that's from the bad guys, and I'm gonna give everybody each another 500 for kind of clearing out this particular area. And then we'll do all the stuff offline because I got so much stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
to go over some.
Now, were there any hit die or was it just all illusions?
8 hit. No, 8 hit. No, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hit die. 12 hit dice.
Okay.
12 hit dice. Did we have those from the previous fighters that we fought up above in the tower?
Oh no, yeah, all that I've given you all the hit dice on all.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. I'm happy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we'll play next week. If you watch this video, you're a champion, and it was tough. David and Luke, are you thinking to bring your characters back? Is that what your instincts are right now? Why don't we both roll the resurrection survivals now?
Okay, it's 96%. I've already rolled 1 and 200 today.
Let's have a look.
92%. That was a really good idea, Rob. Really good idea. That was
rather than waiting, just
brilliant.
Yeah.
21.
It's D100,
fine,
isn't
right?
it?
D100, yep.
18.
Okay, so both of you made your check, so you can go. I'll give you more like real narrative detail in between about how that all works out. But for now, that's good. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for tonight, and I can't wait till next week. And actually, to be honest with you, might even be able to do the week after that as well. So think about that if that's possible for your schedule. I mean, 3 weeks in a row is a lot for this game, but maybe. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did, and I will see you guys next.